All right. Well, welcome to my one shot. Our session's going to begin with Nakia, actually. Nakia, you sit on a ship that's been paid for and prepped for this mission, rereading the note given to you by your mother. It reads the following. My darling girl, a very important client of mine has asked for my assistance. As you already know, I'm quite busy dealing with the uprising of Karnesh. Always was such a pesky town. Shame that you won't be here for the culling. Oh well. Anyways, the client's name is Declan Gree. He wanted to meet in the town of Ostenwald, something about a kidnapping. I've hired an assassin and a heavy hitter for you. The assassin, Yasmin Shadowfell, has been paid a great sum, and she's one of the best. The heavy hitter, uh, Tawyn, is also being paid, although not nearly as much as the assassin. But she seems to be determined to get the job done. The two of them should serve as your personal protectors first, and accomplice second. There's also going to be an old friend of the family that will be joining you. In exchange for some information about some individuals, she'll be more than willing to aid you. But be warned, her looks are a bit deceiving. Now, my princess, you better not screw this up, or else you'll feel my wrath and an unholy amount of pain. Good luck and kisses. Signed, Her Majesty.
Ah,
What's your
mother.
What's your mother's name?
Queen Akasha, if I'm not mistaken.
Akasha, yes.
Bless you.
Akasha.
I'm sorry. I'm kidding.
So yes, as the boat gently rocks back and forth as you guys are making your way, and you see like a vast ocean around you. You reread this letter and think to yourself, well, what do you think to yourself?
Another job my mother is sending me on. Ugh. Why? She knows I love the Cullings. Ugh. So, kidnapping and babysitters. She doesn't trust me yet. Maybe in the next 50 years she will. Or 60, depending.
And the boat continues to ride along. Finally, after a long boat ride and a strange dream, those of you above deck paying attention would notice a town just off in the distance covered in white packed snow as it comes into view. The cold, piercing winds cause you to shiver just a bit, making it harder to focus on the town, especially with the sun beginning to set on the horizon. With the uh, with the boat approaching the docks, you notice a lot of ships and vessels of all sizes are docked. A lot more than you'd expect for a town this size to have. You feel as the vessel you hitched a ride on stops and makes anchor, and you all gather your things and begin to step off into the town. What was perhaps once a quaint little fishing town has blossomed into a compaction of many, many people. As you approach, you can see this almost imaginary line where the centuries old buildings stop and these makeshift tents and huts begin. New lodgings and stores are being constructed left and right, a rapid expansion. However, there's a noticeable gap between the surrounding forest and any of the buildings. I'd like any of you who are spellcasters to roll a perception check for me.
And we're all there.
You are all right now exiting the dock, taking this all in.
Okay.
Going off the gangplank, as you will. All right.
Okay.
So, with the 33 and the 20, Princess, you don't quite notice this, but Tawyn and Opal, something that catches your senses immediately as you approach this town is this sort of excitement. Not from the people, even though there's certainly plenty of that, but of the fabric of the magic in the air around you. You can almost feel this sort of electricity in the air as there's this, it's hard to describe, but a weird amplification to the arcane in the space around you. It's very faint where you are right now, but it's just enough for you to be able to notice it.
I lick my finger and taste air. It's like taste of evocation, doesn't it? I asked the group.
Mm.
Now that Opal's mentioned it, Nakia, you start to pick up on it too.
Can I get a flavor of the spell that I feel or the magic?
It's honestly, I make an Arcana check actually.
Tastes like strawberries.
Yes, strawberries.
Strawberries.
Mm.
Hmm. You try to gather what it could be, but you're just not quite sure which school this might be. You guys begin to head down the pack streets, and as you walk, there are numerous vendors, mostly selling provisions, but some yelling out that they can read the future, whilst others claim to have the greatest magical items in all the realms. Clearly tall tales in order to get someone to look at their wares. You finally stop. Oh, someone's going to say something? Okay.
Peasants, they're below me.
You finally stop at the Sanguine Dawn Inn, the place your kind has asked you to meet at. The building seemed to at one time be a two-story building, but burn marks and charred support beams give clues to there being a somewhat recent fire. Although there's bits of unfinished renovations that have been started in an attempt to rebuild.
May I send Noctis on a reconnaissance?
Sure, what would you like Noctis to just look around for?
Just any danger or anything unusual.
Sure, go ahead and have Noctis make a perception check.
Okay, just keen sight, so I get advantage. Cast twice. Do the second. Perception. 1, 2.
Yeah, so Noctis, hearing your words, separates from the group of owls and flutters up above, kind of perching on the second floor, like charred remains. You could see inside the tavern, and it looks busy. But she then starts to fly up and look around, and she's keeping an eye out.
Not to
What
say
ti-
he, by the way.
Sorry about that.
No problem.
What time of day
I'm
is
so
it?
used to.
Next
It's
time.
about what's that word? Dusk. It's coming close to dusk.
Mm.
Our favorite time of day.
It really is. I send forth my entourage and I follow behind.
So
Let
as
them spread the rabble.
as you guys enter,
Not much a 3-foot gnome can do, but okay.
Actually, I will
You've
be
got a
behind
big
you, but
presence.
I will be behind you, but I want to detract from your majestic presence.
Yes, I am just strolling.
Noctis will be on the gnome's head. Just
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
this beautiful
Lynn's
black
height.
owl, barn owl is just going.
Tawyn, you're looking at the building ahead of you, and you're about to enter, and you just feel these claws just kind of like step on you, and you take a quick glance up, and you can see a little owl just staring back at you from above.
Upside
Can
down.
we show the token of Noctis?
Yes, we may. We put it on the screen for you. Where is Noctis? Noctis looks like that. That's Noctis.
Ooh.
That would be creepy upside down.
Speaking of which, this is the town of Austinwald that you approach. It's very cold out and it's very wintry. And as you guys enter into the
We're not seeing it.
oh, sorry, I put myself on there. I put on you guys. There we go. That'd be the town
Gotta
of
drag
Austin.
us along.
Mhm. As you guys enter into the tavern, you can see it's very packed, and you can see behind the bar what appears to be a barmaid, a bartender, whatever they're called. She's a human woman in her 30s, well, roughly, and she's got blonde hair that comes about shoulder length and then cuts off. And you can see she's busy with drinks, talking with customers, and then you can also see amongst all the people that are sitting down and some that are standing up, you see this little, almost halfling fellow. He looks about, if you were to guess, in his 20s, and he's got like these this large like mutton chops on and a really nice mohawk that gives him a couple more inches.
He's compensating for something.
Definitely.
I tell my owls to be scarce as I enter, except for Noctis.
And you watch some of your owls just some fly into the building and some fly outside of the building, just making themselves scarce.
I come up to the gnome and it's like, "Oh, Noctis has a liking to you. He doesn't usually like strangers that fast."
What? Who the fuck is Noctis?
My
Hmm.
my owl. Ugh.
Hmm.
It looks at the bar, looks at the person, goes, "Ooh."
Okay, yeah. Do you want a table or anything?
Table for 5.
Fine, got it. Do I need to pull up a chair for the owl too?
Oh, don't worry. He
Okay.
sits where he wants.
Sure. I mean, we're a bit packed, but I think I could find you a place. And he begins to look around and kind of shuffle around. And he heads back and he's like, I got a corner booth for you. It'll be just over here. And he begins to lead you to a corner booth.
Thank you very much. Noctis drops him like a bit of money for his trouble as a tip.
Wow, your owl is pretty nice. Thank you.
Woo.
Matthias. My name is Matthias. If you need anything, just let me know.
Yeah. Just one thing. Do you have any tea specialties?
Tea. Unfortunately, actually, give me a second. We just had some recent clients come in. Yeah. And you see as he heads off, and about a minute or two passes, and he goes to different tables first, and then he comes back to you. When with like this, he's got like this little like wooden like case almost, and he like opens it up, and he's like, "Yeah, I've got a couple of tea bags in here. We got it from someone who decided to give this as a tip. I preferred money. I could do a lot more with money. I could buy tea with money, but got a couple tea bags if you'd like to buy some."
Absolutely. And I just smell the ones that just smell very good. Opal's a bit of a tea connoisseur.
Sure, you get some lavender teas in there, very strange. You get some like milk and honey. You get your basic ass. I don't know my teas.
Green
Earl
teas.
Green tea,
Grey,
Earl Grey. Yeah.
So I'll just choose a tea. It's like, "If you don't-"
Lepsong.
And then I'll
Ooh.
just say, "If you don't mind, I'll just use my own," and I just kind of like with a flash, like my tea set kind of appears, and then just I put the tea bags in there.
And you see as you do this flash, he's actually unfazed by like the use of the magic, and he just kind of like treats it as something that he's seen 1,000 times. And he's like, "All right, good to know. It'll just be like a couple silver, like 2 silver, 1 silver. Why not?"
I give him like 3 silver.
Oh, you're
He's delicious.
too generous. And then you see as other customers start to like haggle him, and he's like, "Oh my god, I'm coming, Jesus!" And he starts to go off and head up there. So you guys have a booth. You guys set down your packs and your stuff, and you sit down.
Tea's delicious. You should try it.
I look at the bench and go, oh, and reach into my bag and pull out a pillow and dust off the seat and sit it down.
How much
Ah.
dust is on there?
Doesn't matter.
What kind of dust?
Don't want to know. I'm almost to the point where I'm ready to pull out my carpet and just sit on that and go, yeah, I'm sitting on a pillow. It's good enough.
If you're a germaphobe, that would make sense. Like, nope, nope, nope. Floating carpet on the
Nope.
floating carpet at all time.
No, it's just comfort. I am like, this is a booth. I am not going to be in the corner. No, not in the corner.
I'll be in the corner. I like corners.
That's fine. You can sit next to me. I don't take up much room.
All the while I'm sipping my tea, I'll just make just some checks, just to look around.
I would say, yeah, since you're actively looking around, I'll have you. You can make a perception check.
And
That's right.
I'm looking for our contact from my note. Ooh.
I would say you could roll me an investigation check.
Ah.
Whoops, sorry, I didn't mean to press it twice. But
Yeah, I'll
Of
take
course,
the
my
first one.
mother definitely would be saying, I'm sending my daughter. Ooh.
Ooh, 21. So you
Damn.
begin. So Opal, you look around. You see a bunch of characters and like a bunch of people. You don't know what this Declan Greed looks like, so you really don't have much to go off of. As Nakia, you also don't know what he looks like. You haven't been given a physical description, but what you do know is that like if he were here, he would have probably set up something. So you begin to piece together that maybe you should ask someone about where his whereabouts might be.
I stand
best-
up and walk to the bar and ask the barkeep. So, do you know of a Declan?
And you see as she's wiping down the bar, she looks up. A Declan Gree. Yes, of course I know. You guys are the adventurers that are supposed to be meeting
Yes.
him, right?
And let me have your best bottle of whiskey.
Yes, of course. And she reaches down, she gets out a nice bottle, and she do you want the whole bottle or just
Yes,
like a
the
nice-
whole thing. I do not
the whole
share.
bottle? Sure. Just to let you know though, the rooms, our temporary lodgings are a bit full, so if you guys are needing that, it's unfortunately with the renovations upstairs and the temporary lodgings, there's not a lot of room. Unfortunately, we have no lodgings. Sorry about
You
that.
have no lodgings.
Yes, but Declan is waiting for. Apparently, should be waiting for you in one of our back rooms.
Yes. I do need lodgings, I believe, for tonight. But I'll see what Declan says. And I give her a gold for the bottle and pick it up and walk away.
It was only okay. Yeah, sure. Oh. And she picks up the gold and she starts eyeing it
Which
just to
room
make
is
sure it's not
Declan in?
she points over to like one of the rooms on the side where like the door's closed.
And I give my party a little wave, a little signal, and I start walking to where we need to go.
All right. As you guys walk out, I'll say, Yasmin, Nakia and trying to see what's the highest perception. Wow, actually, everyone's got pretty good perception. Let's see, Opal. One sec.
I rolled a 23 by myself.
I probably have a low
No,
perception.
everyone has a pretty high passive perception. You're all in the same ballpark, yeah.
Wow. I would
so
think
you-
I'd be lowest.
So you guys, as you actually, you could hear Claire. She would have given you her name. The woman behind the bar. Shout out to Matthias. Oh look, it's adventurers here to deal with your bit of dragon problem. She says like a bit sarcastically, and then you could see that Matthias is kind of getting red in the face, and he puts his hands in his to the bridge of his nose, and he's like, "Oh come on, you don't have to mention that. Stop teasing me about that." And then he walks off, and you guys enter the room where Declan is. And there in front of you, you can see really nice windows that look out to. Well, it would be nice if there wasn't just a lot of snow piling like halfway to the windows, so you could only see like the top half. And so you could see Declan trying to like look his way out of the window, and as the door opens, he turns, and you see this about 40s human man. He's got black hair that's short and a bit shaved on the sides, and he's got like a really nice goatee going on. And as he turns around and looks at you, he's in simple like commoner clothes, and he looks at you. He's like, if it isn't the princess, I haven't had a chance to meet you in person." And he gives a court bow, and he sees the rest of you guys filter in. Well
I
then,
give him the acknowledgement head nod. Greetings. My
Greetings.
mother says you have a small problem you want me to solve.
yes, it's less of a it's a sort of a problem. It's more of a soon to be problem that can be remedied very quickly. Basically, all right.
Yes.
He's looking around, making sure that there's no one listening. Just doing a quick perception.
I'll have my owl just be kind of a distraction. Little tricks like, I don't know, juggling a nut up in the air, keep on catching it.
All right. So, yeah, he's like, okay, yeah, I think we should be good. Oh. All right. The job that I have for you is, I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be a bit challenging, but
I love a good challenge, and you know that.
I have no doubts in your capabilities. After all, the Queen has sent you, along with the rest of you. Can I get your names?
Of course, you know me. I am Princess Nakia.
Of course, the lovely princess. What about you?
Tawyn.
Tawyn. Good to know. Pierre, this one doesn't seem to seem so cordially. And he points over to Yasmin.
This is my bodyguard. Don't worry about her.
Good to know.
And this is my Opal.
Opal
Right.
Ibis Black at your service. And this is Noctis.
Bless.
And yes, we have Noctis.
Just sworn it. That's okay. All right. Well, I guess the mission. Oh. And you see as he waves his hands, and this image, this minor image of this black feathered plate armor wearing Aarakocra appears. This onyx black plate mail he's got, along with a shield that's got like this raven symbol on it. And you can see as he's got like these beady orange eyes and a large beak. This This is Dhamphir. He's an extremely powerful cleric of the Raven Queen, and he's going to be interrupting some of my plans. I know this because I've used a bit of divination magic to figure some shit out.
Yes.
He is currently on another plane, but what I want to do is I want to ambush him, and I want him captured. I've got just the right thing to do to clerics, so I want him captured alive. Now, a couple things first. Firstly, we're gonna. Do any of you guys know how to send messages to other people?
I can speak telepathically to everyone.
I mean, like across planes.
I have a send spell.
Do you have a sending spell?
I don't think I do.
Would anyone in the party have a sending spell?
I don't believe I do.
I did not choose that.
Alright. So he's gonna say, right. Okay. I didn't want to say this for a later day, but then he ruffles it. You see now, on the table that he's standing near, there's a half-eaten apple. There's like a bit of spaghetti on the plate, but then there's also a little bag. So he rummages through the bag and he pulls out this almost grayish blue stone, and he just tosses it over to the princess.
I catch it.
This over there is a one-use sending stone. You'll be able to send a message, but only unfortunately it only works once. I had a commission. It's pretty cheap, but it's a bit hard to come by if you don't know who makes these type of things.
Are we sending it to you?
No, this is my plan. He's as I told you, Dhamphir is currently in a different plane, and so you're gonna have to get him onto our plane and ambush him.
Oh, I see. How
The
powerful is this? Because usually when you it's usually 5 words, if I'm not mistaken, by a different plane.
25 words, but he's gonna say, this one has a bit of flexibility. It's you're able to send a whole sentence, as in not just the limited amount. You're able to send a bit more than what's expected of a normal spell. However, the trouble would be to get him here. How would you get him here? Well, this is where this town of Ostenwald comes into play. You see, I'm not too sure if any of you guys felt it on your way in, but this town emanates magical energy. There's this vibration in the air, and you can see as he starts to like work these gears in his head. Okay, so what happened was there was this. I'm not too sure the whole history behind this town. I just know that there is in the forest somewhere a crater that's been formed. I'm not too sure the origin. I'm not too sure what happened, but I do know the magic gets stronger the closer you get to that crater. Are you with me so far?
Yes.
So, I would like you to take that sending stone, send a message to Dhamphir, pretending to be, I don't know, pretending to be anyone. Just get him to teleport using any type of teleportation spell. Then, you'll be able to get this, and he changes the image to this almost pyramid-like, except the like top half is like cut off. If there would be a pyramid, the top half would be cut off, and so it's like this stone thing with like these carved hooks on the four corners, which lead into the central crystal that's like floating around. So this is a teleportation anchor. You specify a target, and you can cause that target to, whenever they use a teleportation spell by any magic, to come to this artifact. Unfortunately, it doesn't work across planes, but I have a theory, which might just be correct, that when used near the crater, where the amplification of magic seems to be at its peak, this would work across planes. So you message Zephyr, you set up this teleportation anchor, and he comes in and you ambush him, kidnap him, bring him back to me. Simple.
Why don't you message him?
I'd like to do a quick insight check to see if
Sure.
he's lying about anything, or
Make an insight check.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Everyone can make a round of insight checks. 30.
I may be naive, but
3 natural 20s. We really care about this.
we want to know.
if you're lying to us, the whole party knows.
3 natural 20 insight.
3 natural 20s.
Holy fuck.
I've never seen that.
Never seen it either.
Oh my god. That's amazing. I've never. Well, also investigation earlier. That's
Yeah.
4 in a row, technically. Oh Jesus.
Yeah, I'm like on a
Right,
roll
guys.
here.
Okay, something I could give you right off the back is when he's saying it's quick and easy, it's not gonna be quick and easy. It's gonna be fucking hard. 2, he's not being open. He's not being open about. He's told you, oh, use this teleportation anchor. You don't see a fucking teleportation anchor with him.
Mhm.
3, you can gather he doesn't want to send this. He doesn't want to send the spell, not because he's afraid of sending, not because he's what's it called? Not because he has any. How do I say that? Here, what would you like to know about the sending?
I just want to mind link everyone. It's like, this guy's bullshitting. You feel that?
Oh yeah, we feel that.
Tawyn did ask why he wouldn't send it himself, so if
Yeah,
Okay.
the answer is
Yeah,
So
there.
that's
so-
what we're all
himself.
focused on, is the answer to that.
He's not sending it himself because you get the sense that he's not sending himself either because he would be recognized.
Is that what he says to Tawyn?
No, he would
Okay.
be these 3 would pick it up. He would either be recognized, or he, if he were to send it himself, it would compromise the mission.
How does he answer, though?
He's gonna say,
Mm.
"Good question. Why? Well, I don't really have the capabilities to get in a good fight with him. at this
You
moment."
wouldn't have to fight, you just have to make a call.
I mean, I don't know
Wait a
why.
second. You guys are doing the job for me, so I could just say you guys should do the sending. I don't see what the issue
Yes,
is.
but we don't know anything about this man. How would we convincingly get him to come here? He could just ignore us.
I mean, if anything, yeah, exactly. If anything, we're gonna need a good bait. And I smile a little bit.
And what are you paying my mother?
And he looks at you. I'm paying her. Wait a second. How do you don't know how much I'm paying her?
You've got to be paying her more than money to do this. So what are you giving her?
I'm
She
paying
has
her.
money. She doesn't need more money.
I'm granting a favor for her.
It better be one
exchange.
hell of a favor if you think I'm doing this.
And you see as he gets this like sudden resolve in him, he's like, it's quite a big favor.
Yes.
Now you could keep questioning me if you want.
Where
Or
do we get this anchor? Because you don't have it. Where is it?
Okay. So the anchor belongs to the
Yes.
anchor. I do not own the anchor, and I do not have the anchor.
There it is.
Yes, we knew that.
The anchor
Where's the
belongs
anchor?
to a certain individual named Iubis.
Iubis?
Iubis.
Really?
He's a merchant that's come in town on the Storm Rider, his own personal boat, and he's a collector of artifacts. And he had come into town. He's staying for a bit, I think. I'm not too sure how long he's staying for, but he would have the artifact we're looking for.
And how do we know? How do we contact this cleric?
The cleric? You could just, again, you could use the sending stone for the cleric.
Yes, but how do we get him here?
Oh, the sending stone. Okay.
The
So this sending stone
brings
is
the
to him.
cleric.
Right.
Well, no. The sending stone, this is not an actual sending stone. This is
But
just
this isn't for us to communicate to you. This is for us to communicate to him.
no.
Right.
I'll know once you capture him. I'll be
No,
keeping
the
tabs.
sending stone is to bring the cleric, correct?
Yes, you have to specify who you're sending a message to, and then you can say your message. It's not a direct sending stone.
Well, this is Anubis has the anchor stone, and he's a merchant. Why don't you buy it then? And hand it to us.
Because I don't want to pay it.
Of course
You
don't.
can't pay.
So how are we supposed to get the sending stone? Pay for it? You're not giving me encouragement here. This favor for my mother is getting bigger, and she will hear of all these added expenses, and they shall be added to your bill.
Just go get the anchor.
Yes, of course.
Should
and
be
it will
on
be
his
added
Yeah,
on the ship.
yeah.
Yes.
That's where he keeps most of his artifacts.
We'll be
Is
sure to
there
make sure
anything
you send us.
else? Yes. Is there anything else on that boat that you're just dying to get?
I mean, if you could get his crown of immunity, that would be cool too, but that's not necessary.
Of
Should we
course.
leave him a letter saying that you thank him for his services?
And you
Oh.
see as like he's face palming now. He's like, no, you just go do the mission.
Of course. Yes, of course. We shall go do
Lest I
your
remind you,
little
I'm the
mission.
client.
Yes, you're the client.
And if I'm not mistaken, she's a princess. I believe
But
that makes her more
I'm-
important.
You're trying to gain favor with my mother. Trust me.
Remember, set up the teleportation anchor near the crater, and kidnap.
Uh-huh.
Do we need to know anything about this cleric to get him here?
Do you have
What do we
any
say?
knowledge?
Help!
Yes.
Mention Mention undead and maybe Orcus. Throw that in there.
Ooh,
That might get
Undead.
his attention.
that would definitely. The Raven Queen and Orcus aren't odds. They're rivals.
They are. So yeah, you could just mention something to do that. You guys are good with words.
Yes, I'm sure we can weave a tale and bring him along. That's not our thing, our issue, but yes, I am just taking notes to my note to my mother. Yes, you were not very organized and ready for this mission when we arrived. We will take care of the loose threads. Do not worry. But you will receive the bill. And I leave.
Yeah, you see as he seems a bit flustered, and he just wants you guys gone.
I'll leave last, right? And I almost switch. It's like, believe it or not, she's the nice one. Don't piss off the queen. And I walk away.
Yeah, I am the nice one.
As you walk away, you look at him. He's honestly, he's kind of a bit pathetic. You think at first, but there's this air of like confidence about him, despite all the flustering and the mishaps. He still appears confident. You take note of that and you leave. I assume you guys are heading down to the docks.
Oh, yes.
Before we leave, though,
knock-
Tawyn's gonna do this. They leave the room to him.
Infestation in the room, what he said.
Sure.
Ooh, I love it.
You cast that, and he needs to make a save. I don't have any stats for him, so I'll just say he gets that.
It doesn't even have to be damage. It's just the whole bug situation itself.
Yeah,
So
it's
you see-
just bugs.
You see as these bugs start to just surround him, and you take like a hearty laugh at that, and then you exit.
As I leave, Noctis drops a nut for him, like one of the bar nuts. So, and then it's just like, you should try the tea. The tea's good here.
You guys
Still have
exit
the
busy.
really nice bottle of whiskey, and I'm like, oh. And I reach into my bag and pull out a little cup, and I pour a little bit, and then I pass the bottle back to Talon and say, "Here you go. Good job with the bugs." And I take a sip of my whiskey and just walk down the street.
As you guys take a nice stroll down the street, heading towards the docks, there's again a bunch of vendors out there, and they're like a lot of them are selling. You could see actually on sales a few magical items, but then when you look more closely, they're like very base level enchantments. They're like something you'd get as like a cantrip, for example, like a ring of like guidance or something like that. There's you can tell that there's quite a lot of like magical stuff just being produced here, just based on perhaps maybe the amplification of like artificing is a bit more due to the proximity of the crater, but it doesn't like there's talent. There's still that needs to be talent. Just because there's an amplification doesn't mean you just instantly become really good. So you can tell as you pass these magical items that they're shoddily made and like they're not that great. You keep walking, and finally you approach the docks. Ahead of you, you can see a grand ship. Its flags are black with like gilded trimmings on the side. I think trimmings is the right word. And you can see in almost solid gold, but if you look more closely, you can tell it's just painted on to look like it's just painted gold, not like pure solid gold. And it says Storm Rider on the side of it, just in big letters so everyone can see. And you can see on the flag, there's it's like a black flag, but with like a ring as like its symbol.
Is it a pirate ship?
You look at it, it doesn't really quite look like a pirate ship. It doesn't look too combat heavy. It looks more presentory.
Yeah,
Okay,
fit for a merchant.
I'll just be Opal for a moment and go, wow, is that a pirate ship?
You can see the gangplank is down, and there's like a couple people playing cards at on the deck, but no sign of like as in they look like just basic ass like leather wearing people on the deck of the ship playing cards.
I will
How
just
many-
go join them. I will
How
just
many
go join
decks
them.
does it look like underneath?
You look underneath, and you can see that there appear to be 2 lower decks. Like if you had to gauge it, there would be 2. There'd probably be like the normal like sleeping quarters, like this stuff like that, and then the bottom underneath that would be like the storage room, like the storage place.
Opal's just gonna wander off, play cards for a while.
As you wander up the gangplank, one of them gets up, is like, hey, no one's allowed on the ship
Why?
because it's our fucking ship, and we say so.
Well, that's not a very good reason. I saw you playing cards. I thought I could play.
Did you not just hear me?
It's not a good enough reason. So, no.
Shit. And you can see as the other 2 get up. Yeah, what he said. Yeah, what he said. All 3 of them say.
I am going to slide up to the ship to be within 120 feet of the hull and try and slip into the shadow and walk into the hull.
Sure, link that ability to me again. Shadow
Yeah.
walk. I'll let you here. Make a stealth check. You'll have advantage on this because currently they're distracted by Sam.
Advantage. We love advantage.
Why? Just like, just be that like annoying kid, basically.
Can you please get off the ship?
Why don't we have Tawyn go look around?
Yes, Talon, go look. I'm just going to slip into the hole and see if I can find a pyramid with a gem in it.
Sure. As you
Or anything else that I can slip into my bag of holding while
sure,
I'm in there.
as you slip in, and you can see there's a lot of crates, a lot of barrels, but you can see as there appears to be like this locked. There's a locked chest on the wall, and then you could also see in the far corner this almost cage, like, and then in the cage you can see the what was like shown to you as the teleportation anchor. It's
In the
very dark in here. There's no light source.
Yes. I'm going to pop a couple crates open, take whatever looks valuable.
Sure, you pop open
I
a couple
should have a
crates.
very
Roll
discerning
investigation.
eye.
Yes.
I
Investigation.
should have a very discerning eye. Oh, sorry,
20.
that's it.
You still the first one,
Yeah,
almost
still
19.
20. Yeah.
So with the 20, you pop on a few crates. You find this. Most of it's just normal, like really expensive, like knickknacks type thing, like expensive china or very nice pottery, or. But then you also find in one of the chests this really nice rod, and so you pick it up. You're not too sure what it does yet, but you
In
gather
the
that.
bag it goes.
Yeah, in the
Mhm.
bag it goes. You gather it's magical, so you could add to your inventory a magical rod.
Rock.
Tawyn wild shapes into a flying snake.
Yeah,
Sure.
before she does that, Yasmin turns to Tawyn and rolling her eyes. I don't know how we're supposed to protect her. Anyways, I will be able to see. You can signal to me even if you don't know where I am. But I will be outside. I'll keep an eye on this lot on deck.
Okay.
Meanwhile, can
Sorry,
I
I'm resentful for having babysitters. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's
can I
fine.
can I
Fair.
I'll convince him just to play a few games with me with a bit of gold that I have, and it's like I got money while using Noctis to cheat.
They see the money. Fine, a couple games, little kid.
Yay!
Don't go crying to your mama when we beat you.
I
See, it's
will. I won't.
and they let you play. They let you play a few rounds. I'll say, Talon, as your body starts to shift and change until you're this little flying snake. Kind of cute, honestly. And then you just. Where would you like to go with your flying snake?
She would like to try and find if this is as important of a magical item as it sounds. She would like to try to find some kind of either the merchants like quarters or like some kind of more protected or hidden off area where they might be keeping artifacts.
Make an Arcana check actually first before you do that. 22. While it is a pretty strong artifact, you gather it's probably not super like that important.
Okay.
Compared to some other artifacts that might be like really fucking cool. That's kind of on the lower scale, especially with it only being limited to one plane and a single person. So it's not it's not so important that it's like, oh, all hands on deck. Make sure this one item is like the most heavily secure.
Yeah. So then she'll then just try and find like where he keeps his merchandise.
Sure. So you flutter around with your flying snake. I won't make the guys roll for it. You're just a flying snake.
Mhm.
And you go into the captain's quarters, would you?
Yes.
So you
At the very
slip
least, there's probably a map or something.
You slip through the bottom crack of the captain's quarters, and inside you can see this really, really luxurious room. It's got, and we're talking about like velvet covers on his bed, because he's got a whole ass bed in there. He's got like really nice ivory and like wooden desk. It's immaculate, and on top you can see a map.
Okay, and she'll go and look at the map, or if there's a ledger there, she'll kind of like land a little bit on the desk, see if she can do it without shifting out.
Yeah, you can see the map. It describes their journey. They went through a couple different towns and a couple different major stops, a few big cities on the coast. And yeah, this is one of the stops, and then they're gonna go continue on to this kind of like bar hopping, but with like cities. And you look at a ledger, and you can see, yeah, they got a whole list of items in there. and something they're actually going to buy from this town is going to be like this. Apparently, it's from some guy named Vinny. It's like this anti-magic cone. So they're going to buy that from this town. That's what you
Okay.
see. But you see also that the teleportation anchor is one of the things that's been previously bought in a different city.
Okay. And it doesn't say where it is or where it's stored or anything like that.
It would say, yes, it would say it would be at the bottom storage deck.
Okay, that's where she'll go then.
So then she makes her way there. Yasmin, are you doing anything?
Yeah, I duck into a shadowed alleyway, morph into a bat, and flutter over to hang from a mast beam to kind of low over the deck so that I'm monitoring activity on the deck.
I will say you might notice owls just slowly creeping in around you.
So you flutter up on top of the mast and you keep an eye out. Although you're blind, but you're using your echolocation to just, I don't know what bats sound like, but I think it's like
Screeching.
screeching. You use your echolocation to just see around, see if there's anything amiss or if everything's according to plan, and everything looks fine. It appears through all four of your just treks into this place. It appears like the Ibis himself is not currently present on the ship. And it seems to be just these bodyguards.
Sucks to suck.
How are they doing? Am I slowly stripping them down naked, or?
Make a performance check. It's not strip poker. They wouldn't play strip poker with a kid.
Well, I am
Um,
using Noctis to cheat by looking at their cards. By the way.
Yeah,
But that's why it's
and
performance rather than a skill thing.
He's
Yeah.
trying to strip them of all their money.
That's pretty much what I'm doing.
yeah, but you still make a performance to see if you're making a or deception. Actually, make a deception
Yeah.
to see if
deceive.
you're able to be like, because there's a difference between knowing the cards, and then there's also like knowing the cards and then playing off like you don't know the cards.
Okay. Whoops, that was wrong.
Yeah, it's deception though.
No,
So-
that's not. No, hold on. Give me a second. Just add +2 to that, but yeah, otherwise.
Yeah.
Yeah, that brings it up
yeah.
to 7.
7.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well,
you
so
start
you're
playing
a
couple
successful-
hands.
you're a
deception is
successful
9.
Yeah, you're a successful distraction, even if you're not actually
Yeah,
deceiving
you're
them.
not-
You
Yeah.
play a couple
No.
hands, and then you start to get like too eager and too into it, and you're kind of like, I know I'm gonna win this round, and then you do win the round, and it's like you kind of give off the fact like that. Hey, wait a second, you are you cheating? And you see like one of them gets up. It's like, all right, that's it. Give us back our money, and you got like 2 gold from them.
Aw.
Actually, you know what? And one of the guys just puts his hands on you and he starts dragging you.
And the other guys are like, wait, where'd your friends go?
I'll just like kind of teleport around as like with the owls, like, whoa.
You can
Yeah.
tell.
Yeah. I will use one Misty Step actually.
Sure. You teleport out of his grasp. What the
And I'll just
demon
kind of
child?
and I'll
And
just try
they
to
start to
hide.
pull. They're gonna start to. Oh, you're hiding. Okay. So you teleport out of sight and you start to and you hide. Yeah, with a 21. Yeah. And so they pull their swords. Goddamn demon children. No, we should fucking stay here. I told them not to come to this fucking town, but they're here. Mm.
And then a couple nuts will fall from the sky from the owls for them.
And where did all these owls come from? What the?
And they're just staring at them going,
Billy, it's your fault. You let her play the game, and now we're lost 2 gold. You won't be. What do you mean it was my job? It was all of us. Jimmy, and you see this one guy just punches the other guy in the face.
I think I'll just hide on top of the mast if that's okay. Is that 30 feet up?
No, but we'll say you teleported up and they didn't look up there with a 21 stealth, and you just started to climb the rest of the way.
Okay.
Yasmin, not Yasmin, sorry, Princess Nakia.
Yes.
So you get this rod from the chest, and
Mm.
then you look to your side and you see, you still see the teleportation anchor in like this little cage.
And I kind of eye it, and I'm looking at it. I'm looking around to see if there's any kind of like booby traps or anything around.
Make an investigation check.
I'm the most observant person. I am really not.
So yeah, you search around and you appear confident
Mm.
that there's no traps. There is an obvious lock on the cage, but there doesn't appear to be
Oh,
any.
that's nothing. I'm looking inside to make sure that when I walk through the shadows, that when I reappear next to it, there's not going to be anything going off.
Yeah,
I'm not going to touch the lock.
yeah,
Locks. Oh, who cares about locks?
yeah. You think that it's perfectly fine. Perfectly
And
safe.
I will step in
Sure.
because I don't notice anything bad.
No, and as you stepped in through the cage without even touching the lock or the door, you
Nothing.
step in and nothing happens.
Cool.
You're now on the side of the arcane anchor. It's about,
And I
you can
will
see it's
drop
about
it in the
5
bag.
feet. It's about
Mhm.
5 feet by 5 feet. It's gonna be a bit tough to put in the bag.
Still, shove it in
And
the bag.
You squeeze it. You squeeze it. No, it's not fitting.
Oh.
It's too big for the bag.
Can I pick it up?
Yes, you can pick it up. It's a bit heavy, but you've got it picked up.
All right. Then I will step back out.
And then you step out of the cage, no problem. It appears that by not touching the lock or the cage itself, nothing happened.
Very good. Then I will sit it down
Mhm.
and look
And it's
around to see if there's anything else yummy that'll fit in my bag.
It's about this time where Tawyn, you come as a flying snake and you see the teleportation anchor out of a cage, and as the princess sets it down. And yeah, Nakia, you see this little flying snake come up. You wouldn't know it's Tawyn because you're not too sure of her abilities. So you just see this flying snake just fly up to you.
This flying snake and go, hi. And does it make any kind of like wave or anything at me?
Yeah, it'll wave its tail to kind of try and communicate that it's
Hi. Anything shiny that's worth taking?
Looking around, other than the rod and the arcane anchor, you do another once over, and you actually do see a ring that you missed before.
Ooh, I will pick up that ring
Sure. Again,
and
you're not
drop
quite.
it in the bag.
Yeah, that goes on the ring. So make sure you put down that you have a unknown magical rod and an unknown ring.
Yep. And I will just drop it in the bag and go, okay. And I'll look at the snake and say, meet you outside. And pick the thing up and walk out to where I came in.
Sure, and you
Yep.
just right through the shadows.
Nah,
you
I'm
appear-
gone.
And then yeah, you're a flying snake, and you just she just went in, did the job, and left without you even have to do anything. You're just kind of sitting there now in the storage room as a little flying snake.
the flying snake will sigh a little bit and then fly out one of the windows.
And Yasmin and Opal, you can see just barely in the shadows because she's pretty stealthy, just on her own. And you can see just barely as she steps out, and you see in her hands this large like pyramid thing, and it's got like this faintly glowing like purple crystal on top.
Can I just ready to continue to fuck with these guys if necessary if I see them coming her way?
No, they don't appear to notice her right now.
Okay.
Well,
But
I'm
I met
I'm
the
not
many.
I'm not hired to protect Opal, so I will flutter over towards Nakia.
Yeah, and you successfully
I'm
do.
just
I do not
got
reveal
my
myself. I'm monitoring.
And you can see the
I've
guys
got
on the
my
ship.
magic thing and I'm leaving. I'm like, I'm good. I'm gone. And I just start walking off.
You see the guys on the ship are kind of arguing amongst themselves about letting a child beat them in the game, and then letting a child cheat, and then just being stupid. So you see as they argue, and one of them looks around, and no, he doesn't appear to notice that you guys are walking off with something. All right. So, Opal, you're still on the top, and your friends, well, your accomplices are leaving.
Okay. I will stealth out if I can.
Sure, make a stealth check as you. How are you getting down?
Guess. Let's see. Because I don't think I have a problem climbing things.
But I'm saying, like, how are you gonna get down without them spotting you? Because you are in the middle of the ship.
I'll send my swarm of owls over there and like have them just grab like just bug them by like maybe take some of their money and just
Grab their
No, no.
hair.
yeah, it's just like over me.
Sure, you send out the
Distraction.
owls, and they distract. They're not able to grab any money, but they're able to be a good distraction.
Whatever, really, just to bug them. The cards, yes, they grab
Demon
the cards.
children, pesky owls.
yes.
They're having a
No,
night.
the owls start
hate
playing
this.
cards while they were looking away. That's what was happening. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. The
And
owls start playing cards.
And you successfully stealth off the ship. Wow, you guys just. The other group just killed these guys. The other group just straight up fucking murdered these guys. Wow, you guys are so nice.
It's okay.
Harder,
The
not
merchant
harder.
will take care of them. I mean, when he comes
No,
back and they don't know anything about it.
I just wasted a spell. That's it. Let's just make this simple.
Yeah, I just used a wild shape, man.
And you see as a fourth
I
one.
just
But
walked
how did-
in,
How
took
did
it,
they
and walked out.
how did they
As you guys
react
are-
to owls playing cards out of curiosity?
The owls are playing the cards. Oh, they're like they turn around from after fighting, and a fourth one comes up on the ship because there's 4 of them. A fourth one comes up on the ship. He's like, "Okay, guys, I got the drinks that you asked for. Guys,
They've been turned into owls.
did you just turn into owls?" And you see as one of the it's like off on the side, like, "No, dumbass, we're right here." He's like, "Oh, right.
Yeah.
Then how did the fuck did you get owls playing cards?" 'Cause what?
Well, you see.
And yeah, you guys leave as they finish.
And mutters something about demon children, which completely baffles the guy.
Yeah, demon children.
I can see these
An
owls just all of a sudden
owl?
like instead of saying hit me, it would go like woohoo, woohoo.
Yeah.
Here. Roll a D100 for me for the owls.
Oh.
Oh,
22.
it's not bad actually.
It's not bad. It's close. I'll say this. Without even cheating, one of the owls managed to get to royal flush.
That's a fancy owl there. If you're, I think that's probably Noctis.
Yeah. After
Yeah.
Noctis pulls out like a top hat and a monocle, and he puts it on. And he's like, "Well, I do say, oh."
I love it.
All right. As you
Yeah,
guys
we walk off with the
teleportation anchor. Now you are carrying
Teleporting?
this through the middle of the street. It's not going to be too out of place, just because this is a very. You could see there's a lot of magical artifacts going on, but it is going to be a bit strange to anyone.
Well, and if we could stay to the shadows, I'm pretty sure.
well, I've got the attitude of
Look like
just-
you
I
own it.
I
Sure.
own it, and
So
I'm owning this.
So those of you who want to make like, oh, I don't like, as in like make it seem like you're supposed to be there, make performance or deception checks, and those of you who just want to stick to the shadows, make stealth checks.
I'm a flying snake, so
Jesus Christ!
I'm a flying bat,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, you guys are fine.
In this.
You guys are just flying.
well, I mean, this isn't even a deception. Of course, she got a natural 20. She owns it. I mean, she thinks she owns everything.
I
she
just
saw
rolled my,
it, she liked it, she owns it.
I just rolled my in-game, like not in-game. I just rolled my in-person die twice, and I got 2 natural 20s.
Oh my
There's a
god.
lot of 20s in this game. What is going on?
I don't know.
Who's gonna go buy lottery tickets right now?
I'm not telling.
I think now is the time, guys. Now is the time.
No. We're using it up here. We won't have any luck left for the lottery.
All right, you
Let's
guys.
use it now. Let's go.
Our luck will be so out, we'll have to pay them back when we take the ticket.
That is so
Repossess
true.
us.
Oh,
You guys make your
I'm
way.
telling you, this is my third 20 in a row. It's like,
You guys make your way eastwards into the forest, which is where the crater is supposed to be. You're not too sure the direction. I mean, you know the direction, it's east, but you're not too sure the actual like path to get there. So it's gonna require a bit of checks to see if you guys can find it. And you can feel as now you're entering the forest, because you guys managed to exit the town successfully. You guys feel as you're entering the forest, those of you with magic, you can feel it start to amp up, and you can feel as like even just being on the cusp of this forest, you can feel as this energy seems to like draw into you, and you feel like invigorated. I'm gonna have those of you who want to, unless you guys have any way of figuring out where this crater is. I'm gonna need survival checks, either different survival checks or one with advantage.
I have nothing for survival, so I will support anyone who does.
I have
So
I have proficiency, but I'm also still a flying snake.
I got 8 in survival, so.
Yeah, but the thing is too, would a magic caster get advantage because, they can triangulate on feeling the thing getting stronger?
That's a good point. I would say yes, a magic caster would get advantage.
Rad.
So I would,
Fucking
yeah.
sick.
I'm
That's a good
supporting
use of what I've been telling. So okay.
everybody. Yeah,
Okay, so
I'm
Tawyn
gonna
makes the roll.
support.
All right. So Tawyn, you being the nature, more in tune with nature than the rest of you, and you can feel as this pull comes. 15 is not too bad, and you start to venture into the woods. Arwood, that survival is not going to count because Tawyn already made hers at advantage.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
So, but you can feel as the trees themselves actually make perception checks.
Since I can't communicate with her, I would also like to make a survival check just to see if I can detect where it is we're going.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Since the survival is wisdom based, would I use my survival or the bats?
Your survival. I think wisdom is the mental score.
Have my owl do a thing.
Sure,
I'm still avoiding the owls too.
Got it.
Okay. It's with advantage, so let me just.
Got it.
Even with advantage, Opal still beats Noctis.
All right. So, okay, the bat. You get a sense. Your guys originally were heading east in the forest, but now that Tawyn's leading you on this makeshift path that she's making, it's actually heading a bit northeast, a bit more, north than what you were originally heading. And you can see as she makes this path, almost like she's like a natural in this environment. she cuts through, and
So
it's
is
tricky
Tawyn
terrain.
is Tawyn Tawyn, have you gone down to sort of get Nakia's attention so that she knows she's following you?
Yeah, she would have made sure that, like, since we're
Because
supposed to be here,
I
this is
have
our
not.
job.
You guys don't know
Yeah,
where I am
Talon will.
unless Opal thinks to ask the owls, because the owls know exactly where a bat is.
No, Talon would have, like, gone down and, like, started weaving through and leading the way.
I would have. I assumed by you making a survival check that you were doing it for the group.
Mm-hmm.
I assume that.
Yes. I mean, we're walking.
This is the job
through
we're
this.
getting paid for.
Yeah.
And so
I actually laid my rug out and put this thing on it, and I'm laying in it, and I'm like, okay, point the direction. Let's go.
how much weight can you carry in the rug again?
So you said this was a medium, and it can carry. Hold on, I've got it. Where is it?
Also, Talon, with a 19 perception,
400 pounds.
you accidentally hit one of your pockets, and you realize, oh yeah, shit, you have pockets.
As a
Snake?
flying snake.
Oh no, yeah, you're a fine snake. That's right.
Yeah,
Because
400
Sorry.
pounds. I mean, this rug
Yeah,
can
I want
carry
you
a
to use
lot.
one of those pockets eventually.
Oh, I will. I promised you, I will.
Because you wrote some pretty interesting things.
Nice.
Yeah, so I've like telling them to point the direction as I send my carpet in the direction that they're telling me to go.
400 pounds. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
You don't weigh that much, so yeah, you're good.
Yeah, why should I carry this thing? It would like break a nail. Come on. Let's think about this.
And so, are you guys heading straight there? Are you guys going in a bit of a rush? Are you guys going slowly and stealthily? How are you guys going?
Well, if Tawyn's leading, she's going basically by the survival skill roll and trying to, like, suss out where it's coming from, both from a magic sense, but also just like a directional sense. So
I would say at normal walking space.
yeah, normal speed, but like kind of more of a direct path.
All
And
right.
we don't have to worry about, terrain because I can just fly over it. Or
For some of the other people, not the bat, not the flying snake, and since you're flying on your carpet, so really it's just Opal. Opal, the terrain here is a bit. It's
well, if Opal
more-
wants to join me, Opal can.
Weird, because mountain is my favorite terrain.
It's not a mountain.
Forest.
We're in forest.
Opal, you may join me on
It's
my
also
rug.
another one of my favorite terrains.
Forests?
Forest, mountain, and I was going to switch one with urban, but what was the other? Swamp.
So this would count as for forest. So yeah, you're moving just fine then.
She could ride with me. It's fine.
But you still know that it's like it's a bit like all the trees here are a bit like knotted, and there's kind of like this essence to the trees that are a bit more not sinister, but just decrepit in a way.
Mm-hmm. I will, and for some reason, even though it's on here, because I took a alternate primal awareness so I could have more spells. I was just gonna see if I could speak with animals to lead the way, or plants. So I know, but it's not showing up in my spell list for some reason.
In the meantime, you guys are
I love the image, Charis.
Pardon?
Oh, flying snake with pockets in Discord.
Oh yeah, I see that. So as you guys are making your way, and you could definitely feel the essence starting to get stronger and stronger as you make the bat. You are keeping a bit of an aerial view on the situation, and you swear that you see out the corner of your eye some of the trees start to start to move a bit. And then you shake your little bat head, and like the echolocation. Maybe you're not used to the echolocation of this place. Maybe there's too much down bouncing around. But you could have sworn that something moved off to the side, and it wasn't like a humanoid. It was like one of the trees. And you keep pace. You keep walking. You're gonna cast Speak with Plants. One of them. So what type of plant are you speaking to? Like some of the grass on the ground? Are you speaking to a tree? What are you speaking to?
I'm gonna speak to some of the trees first. Like, hey friend, can you tell me where the crater is?
Great. It's wait. And you see as and you could tell it seems like this tree is like injured, and it's having trouble even through this spell. It's having trouble to speak, and you can see as it moves its little, like as like one of the branches starts to shifts, and it points in a direction that you guys were roughly going, just a little bit, like a couple like 30 degrees off of where you guys were going.
Would I ask what's wrong with him?
The magic around it drains us.
Oh. Poor friend. And I hug and nuzzle the tree. Maybe we can do something about that.
You seem nice.
Sometimes.
I suggest staying out of the forest.
Why is that? What's draining you?
No, our protector is not like intruders.
Fair enough. I don't really like humans either. It's okay.
He said
Awesome.
intruders, not humans, but yeah.
Yeah, intruders, but yeah. Neither do I. Well, maybe you can.
And
put it
and
in
you see as the tree kind of like starts to get startled a bit, and you're unsure. You see as it like it doesn't have a face, but you can tell that it's like it fights something, and it's like it's contesting something right now. Like at this moment, it's contesting something. And you get the sense that whatever it's contesting, it's not gonna last.
like the spell, or like what do you mean?
No,
contest?
it's not contesting
The
the spell,
tree's
but you get this,
dying. The tree's
no,
failing.
it's failing something. It's trying to hold back something. You can gather, just because you're pretty insightful, but you can gather it's trying to hold back something. But it's really trying its best, but it's not going to be long before whatever it's doing something is going to break through, and you get this sense of urgency that you need to get the fuck away.
Okay, then I kind of like just tell everyone, like kind of mind link with everyone. It's like we need to move now.
And the rest of you hear this, and you hear.
Are
the
we
sense of
able to
urgency.
reply back then? What are the dynamics of the mind link?
Yeah, I'm not too sure how that would work with a bat and a flying snake.
Well, I still have my own mental capabilities, so
Yeah,
it
we
probably
both still have
works
our
just
intelligence.
fine.
Oh, then yeah, probably would just. I would rule it would work just fine if you guys are mentally linked.
Just give me a second. I'm gonna just roll it out to get all the information out.
I mean, I couldn't cast spells if I had them, but
It's not. It's a racial ability.
okay.
It would be one at a time, but like.
Oh,
if
to
you,
any creature you can see, you can't see me.
Well, let's see about that.
Well, I think she used that before when you guys were together near the ship,
Yeah.
right? So she would have been able to see you, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because I kind
And
of
it
gave.
hasn't been an hour, right?
No, it hasn't been an hour. The town was small enough. It's compact, but it's small. So you guys were able to
Yeah.
traverse.
Yeah,
just
good.
fine.
Because if it was more than an hour, I would not be a bat anymore.
So stealthily, I just start moving. I'm not even stealthing anymore. I'm just like.
And then right as you guys start to pick up your pace and you start to, and Opal, you look back and the connection's still kind of there, with like your spell because it lasts for, how long does it last for?
Speak to animals?
Speak to plants.
Let's see. Give the creature the ability to speak telepathically with you for 1 hour or until you end the effect.
For 1 hour, yeah. So you
So can I hear all the animals?
you can give this ability to only one creature at a time. Giving it to another creature takes it away from another creature.
Oh yeah, there's that too, but I'm talking about the plant, the speak with plants.
Oh yeah, no, I was thinking about. Sorry.
But yeah, I'll just say you still have the speak with plants up, and you can tell as you guys pick up your pace and just before you're out of range, to understand this, you can tell that whatever it was broke free, and now the tree itself is kind of hunting. It's kind of looking, trying to see if there's anything around.
Well, that's not good.
And you guys continue pace until about 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. We're getting close to where your bat form is going to drop. Yasmin.
Okay. How close are we getting to the thing?
Tawyn with the 15 survival check. You gather that you would be about 5-10 minutes maybe away.
Okay.
And so your spell and Yasmin, your spell, because the time it took from you to get to from the other side to the thing would have been about 30 minutes to just get across town and go into the woods. And so far you've been traveling for around 20. So you're going to be on the cusp.
Okay. So just before we get there, I'm going to alight down into the woods near to them, drop it, and then I will rejoin them so that they don't see the bat. However, before I change out of bat, I'm going to use, between my blind sense, which is really close in, and the bat's echolocation, which is further out, I'm going to make sure I know where anything is.
Sure. How far is echolocation?
Echolocation is 60 feet.
60 feet. Okay. You don't quite see. There's nothing that really catches your eye within 60 feet.
Ear.
Yes, sorry. So you guys finally make way, and you see ahead of you this clearing. And in the middle of the clearing there, you see it. It's like this giant hole. You're not too sure how deep just yet. You're not close enough, but you guys are just now reaching the point where the woods, like the forest stops and the clearing begins. And
just before they get to the cusp of the clearing, Yasmin steps out onto the path or whatever, gets the attention of the group, and sort of whispers, "Do you think we want to coordinate this?"
Tawyn will drop out of her wild shape mean, I imagine. I mean, it's gonna become a fight. I don't know what this crater is gonna do with any magic or anything that way.
Well,
And you
and
can
how
feel
do
as you're close
how
to
do
this crater, you're almost itching to just cast something.
Hmm.
and how do we want to call out to the cleric? I mean, I can do a pretty good imitation of a panicked girl.
Pretend to praise the Orcus.
First, what is causing this? Why is this magic caused by this crater?
I
I
tried
would
to
like to know the terrain before I do battle.
explain what the tree told me, so it wouldn't detail everything.
Hmm. So something is battling nature here. I'd like
That
to.
that was in the sense that you. Oh yeah, there is something that's like destroying the nature, but I will say, yeah, he talked about his protectors, the trees' protectors, and they did not like intruders. But the tree figured that that Opal was very nice, so he didn't want her to be found.
Hmm.
But there is something that's damaging the trees, also.
Do you suppose it's whatever's in the crater?
That's what I'm thinking. So I'd like to check out before we cause a battle. I want to know the terrain first. So let
Because
us set the
usually,
stage.
it takes something rather strong to create a crater.
Yes. So let's search the terrain
I
and
might
see
I
what's
might
doing
be
this.
able to check it out using, if I remember correctly, Arcane Eye.
You gotta lick the spell for me.
Double checking that I know what it does properly. But it makes an invisible sphere. I'll cast it. Just a second.
Or link it. There should be an option to display on VTT.
Okay. Oh, here it is.
And you can see as the crater, it's not too large. It's about like 10 feet by 10 feet. And it's not directly in the center of this clearing. It's a bit, it's about to the side near the trees.
Yes.
This is a good use of that. That divination, that's a
Mhm.
good divination spell. Arcane
Yeah.
Eye looks useful.
Arcane Eye. You get invisible magic eye that hovers in a duration. You mentally receive vision of information. As an action. Yeah, okay, so you cast this eye and you look down into the crater. And at the bottom of the crater, you don't see like a big object or anything. You do see this uh this ring. It's not fully corporeal though. It's almost because you can see invisible. Oh wait, can you see invisible stuff?
No. Normal vision
Not
and dark vision.
yeah.
Sorry, then.
It's
Fuck.
not. It's not like a true sight, right? So, but it can see a lot of things.
I'll just say that because I already gave you that information. That's my bad. I'll say
We
that
weren't
you were.
listening.
It's okay.
Then you
You can
look down into
pretend.
the crater and you see nothing.
Thing bad. But I'm assuming we just get this feeling, just magic. We feel it, but we just can't seal it. See it is what I'm assuming.
Yeah, you would get the heavy concentration from there. And now that you're closer, you can feel just how cold it is. Even in proximity of this crater, it's fucking cold.
Something's not right here.
Why would he want us to cast the spell here?
He said, you do recall that he said the teleportation anchor usually only works on the same plane of existence, but he theorized that being close to the creator that amplifies magic would allow it to cover all planes of existence.
Yeah.
What did the tree say? Like what was draining it? It's like it drains us. The crater specifically is what it said, right?
Yeah, the crater. You gather that maybe something in the crater, but like he's a tree, so he would have just said the crater.
So I have no magic. Why don't I make one circuit around the crater and see what happens to me? Because we might not need to go into its range with you guys if we just put the anchor there and do the call with the sending stone. Because I'm sensing that you guys seem kind of nervous with magic around it, and I don't have that problem.
It feels like it's a trap. 100%. It feels like
Of course,
a
it's
trap.
a trap.
I don't.
Actually, speaking of this, where what's the light level in the crater?
The light level actually for the crater is it's about the same as everywhere else. There's no extra light coming from it.
Okay, so what's
dim
the
light.
general light level then?
It's dim light.
Okay.
May I cast Fairy Fire
Sure.
On
you
what?
Can cast Fairy Fire. On what?
in the crater?
On what?
In
Fairy
the
Fire
crater.
Fairy Fire outlines something. What are you casting it on that's going to be outlined?
Whatever's in the crater.
Actually, I think you can just cast Fairy Fire wherever, right? I think that's how
Yeah.
you find like normal invisible guys. You don't have to see. You just could cast it as a 20-foot cube.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's just saying it's a 20-foot cube, and then any creature within that light, if it fails its Dex saving throw.
Yeah.
Creature or object.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That would seem to be
So,
like.
Yeah. As you cast, what color is your Fairy Fire, by the way?
It's like a dark, sinister purple. It doesn't look like something from Opal. That's the funny thing.
All right.
Is it concentration? Because I assume you're concentrating on the eye. I don't think it is.
Yeah, it might be actually.
Oh, it is. Yes, Fairy Fire is concentration. So you can have either the eye or the Fairy Fire.
I'll drop the eye. That's fine.
Okay. Yeah, because it's not
So
telling you anything.
You cast the you cast Fairy Fire, and you said you were gonna go up close, Yasmin.
Yeah, I'm gonna go around the. I will do a scouting thing going around the crater. How large is the crater again?
The crater is about it's not even on like its sides, but it would say at its longest it's about 15 feet.
I
Okay,
hop
so-
off my carpet and go to the edge and look in.
Just wait. Let me do this first, one at a time. One thing at a time.
Yes.
Send the mundane person first. Okay, so
Yeah,
I go
would
in.
avoid going too close.
All right, so I'll go step into the clearing and walk around the crater. And with Fairy Fire in there, if there's anything in there, I could see it. And I also have blind sense within 10 feet.
Sure. You walk. Tell me, a blind sense. What is that able to see again?
If you're able to hear, you're aware of the location of any hidden or invisible creatures within 10 feet of you.
Creatures.
Also, I think Fairy Fire gives you advantage on attack rolls if it's outlined.
Yes, it does.
All right. So I'm gonna say, you walk up to the crater and the Fairy Fire you could see at the bottom of the thing is. If I work on this, so it's not outlining anything,
Okay.
and you could just see this empty crater below.
Okay, and I come back and nothing has happened to me, and I don't sense anything. Do you want some sort of
No,
perception or anything?
you're perfectly fine.
Okay. So I come back and it's like, okay, one of the casters can go do the same thing I just did. Don't cast anything. Just see if your magic reacts to it. Then we can try casting something.
Tawyn will go, since
Mhm.
at the very least she has defensive outside of magic.
So
Oh.
Tawyn, you step up close,
Fine.
and
Everyone's protecting me.
you could feel as you
Oh,
approach,
princess, this is beneath you.
as you approach, you're getting more and more excited to just release this energy that you've got inside you. And as you get close, I'm going to need you to roll a wisdom saving throw as you get
Oh, God.
really close to the crater. 14. You go ahead and you just can't hold it anymore, and you cast
God.
you cast a first level spell.
Oh, God. Okay.
So choose a first level spell and you cast it. And this is right on the lip of the crater. This is like right on the edge. It only happened as soon when you got to the edge. So as you see, as you just and this huge cloud of fog comes out. But
And
you
do I
feel as
feel?
you feel a bit of not relief, but like your excitement levels are going down to yourself, going down a bit. But you feel it slowly about to amp up again.
Tawyn will back away.
And you back away.
I thought we weren't going to cast anything until the second time.
I didn't think I was going to. It just happened.
Wait, what?
It was like I couldn't hold it in. And it abated a little bit, but then it felt like it was just going to continue. I don't think we should go anywhere near that thing.
I would say actually, for the arcane eye, because you put it. Where did you put the arcane eye before you dispelled it?
I was just kind of like slowly lowering it into the crater, trying to see if I could find something.
Because of the nature of the amplification, you would the eye somehow. Here, I figured it out.
That's true. If it amplifies the
Yeah.
anchor, it would easily
The
amplify
eye
the eye
itself
too. Yeah.
seems to see into the ethereal plane, and you can see as this grayish tint is overlaid onto this thing, and you can see what appears to be. You see a ring at the bottom that is emanating this cold energy, but it's not physical. It's not there in your material world. It's almost a remnant or a what's it called? A piece left over, but it's non-corporeal.
From another plane, maybe, or something.
And you would know that the eye does not normally do that. Does not normally show that.
Yes.
Yeah. So, okay. So I'm assuming this happened before I let go of my arcane eye using fairy fire, right?
Yeah, you would have seen that before you let go of fairy fire.
Okay, then I would have told everyone that. So yeah.
Okay.
I don't
And
like
the fairy fire, and I saw that the fairy fire did not light it up.
Yes.
Not knowing because it's in the ethereal plane, but I would have passed the information back that fairy fire did not. So whatever that is, it's not there because it didn't light up.
So I suppose the anchor is what's going to bring this thing in, whatever it is.
Well, so I kind of think what we should do is use that cart. I mean, do you have to be on the carpet to direct it?
The carpet can be directed as long as it's like within 30 feet of me. I can.
So
mentally
you
direct.
could take it. So you could take it in there. What do we have to do to? What did he say about how we use the?
Did he tell us how to use it, or did he make it seem like it would work on his own? Like,
You would specify the name of the creature that
Okay.
you would want to bring, and then you just have to activate it, which
So-
you can gather it just by speaking the name and just thinking about it. It would activate.
So
that creature.
activate it on the carpet and then send it into there. And then give me the stone. Give me the stone, and I'll do the call.
Get ready.
So
And
you
poor
set this
carpet.
on the magic carpet, and the magic carpet begins to, and you see the magic carpet begins to. It's kind of sagging a bit because this thing is a bit heavy. This teleportation anchor,
Yes.
and you see as it goes over the
I
crater,
imagine the princess pouting a bit that it disrupts the line, but doing it anyway.
My carpet. Oh,
and then you see as it goes over the crater, and then the carpet seems to get, instead of sagging, it goes back to normal. The carpet, and then you see the teleportation anchor, the crystal in the center, the lavender crystal, kind of brightens a bit.
Okay, so hand me the sending stone.
and I hand her the sending stone. Here, you may call forth the Birdman.
I like
So-
pretty.
I will
I like
step
birds.
into the clearing and sort of take a deep breath to to clear my head. And then I'll think the name to trigger the sending stone. And I start letting out this panicked, just sort of spew. It's like, Argus! Oh, no, help! And then, like, there's zombies everywhere, the undead everywhere, they're swarming over everything, and it just goes into
And
a
the thing
total
cuts off.
panic. It
And you
cuts
feel as
off?
it cuts off. Well, as in like after a certain limit of words, it cuts off. It wasn't the 25, but
Right.
it was, and you feel as it cuts off, and you hear a like, oh no, shit, I'll be right there. And yeah, with a 23 deception, he's not really thinking about it. And then after like a split second after that, are the rest of you do anything to prepare?
Yeah.
Oh, and before I do that, I light my whip.
You have a
gauntlets.
round to prepare before whatever happens.
I'll just get my glaive out.
I will cast another spell on myself to enhance myself. Give me a second. It's the Guardian of the Forest, I believe, or where are you?
Yes.
Here it is.
Well, we are going to definitely be prepared this time.
So keep track of whatever you're casting on yourself, and
Yes.
and I'm also gonna need you guys to, well, I'm gonna need you guys to roll initiative. But
Can you give us some
let me
tokens?
let me bring you guys to the map because I've got
Sweet.
that.
Map? Ooh.
We have a map, yes. I'm
Alright.
also going to be casting a couple of spells as
So
soon
we'll-
as we get to the right
this was the forest, by the
page.
way. Didn't you? I forgot to show. I pulled
I
an
should have
Austin.
mentioned
I forgot
it.
to show you guys. Yeah,
I should have
pulled an
mentioned.
Austin.
You know, I do want to let you all know that I am wrapped in black mink.
So Yasmin, you can place yourself wherever you
So
like.
I am all
You guys
pretty.
you guys can place yourselves wherever you like, as you had time to prepare.
One of
And I'll
these
put
days
on
we need to
nothing.
fix our tokens.
And this is the crater.
This is
Yes,
the crater,
I
yeah.
am
Let's see,
definitely
93.
All right. Let's
19.
see. Do need to fix the tokens. Why isn't this?
I
2 hit points.
put temporary 10 hit points on myself.
Oh wait.
There we go.
Yeah, so keep track. You guys have a round to prepare, so keep track what you're doing. Place yourselves, and I'll start describing what happens. So you watch as this silver tear in the air comes out, not quite where you're expecting, not right over the crater. It's within 60 feet of the anchor. So, but it's a random location, so.
Which
Okay.
is going to take.
So you watch as a silver tear comes out, and then, and you see stepping out, landing on the ground, a really fucking badass looking Arakakra with onyx black armor on, the shield that was shown to you, the raven. You can see around his neck, and also another symbol of the raven, and he's got these dark plumes of feathers that just adorn the armor. And you watch as he steps out, doom doom, right there. And you guys have a surprise round on him. So once everyone's rolled his initiative.
Yes. I just want to
Oh, that's
let
a classic
everyone
initiative for me.
know that I am hasting both Opal and Yasmin.
Are you
Ooh,
casting
okay. What
at a
does
higher
haste do
level?
to me?
I'm twinning
Twinning spell.
my spell and using 3 of my spell points to haste those two.
All right, so that's
Okay,
gonna be your
hang on. So
turn.
let's see.
And then so I'm going to be concentrating on that. So that is what I'm going to be doing during my
You're hasting Yasmin and
freeze.
who?
Myself.
Opal
Opal.
and Yasmin.
Okay, so this is +2 AC, +2 AC.
I'm gonna need initiative from you, Opal. 8. Just here. Let me roll it on your sheet, and then we'll all just do 8. We'll just change it to 8.
Yes.
+1 action each turn.
Yes. You get an
Uh,
extra action, you get +2 AC, and
speed
you
is
can
doubled.
dash, disengage, and hide.
Just
Ooh, so I
remember-
have 100 speed. Yes! Ooh!
Just
Damn.
just a reminder: when the haste is done, you get fatigue, so you miss.
You get stunned. Yeah, you get stunned for a turn.
Yeah,
fine.
sorry about that, but it's 10 turns or 10 rounds.
So where were you, Opal? You were just right there. Okay.
I would be like in front of like.
Well, I did
no,
the
I'd be
call.
there.
I would
I
have been
didn't-
up near this because I did the call.
Again, I would have been very close to the princess to protect her, and
So the
Yeah.
princess is here.
Yeah, well, the princess is back. She's like,
and if you don't
was-
mind, can I have Noctis kind of just on your shoulder at all times?
oh yeah, of course. Actually, princess is gonna be at least 60 feet back, so she may be
Yeah,
back even
go for it.
further.
Maybe
Yeah, place
She's
yourselves.
like, I am not gonna be near this.
that's
I am
not
gonna
60
be-
feet.
I'm not
Yeah.
there yet.
You know, back back further, way over here, way over here.
Yeah, I'm back.
So you see, as Zephyr appears, Nakia, after you cast this haste in preparation, you watch as Zephyr Vorse, the champion of the Raven Queen, drops before you. What are you doing? Leah?
Ooh, I'm first. Why
Yeah,
am I
you're
first?
You're the highest
Highest
initiative.
initiative.
I'm never first. I'm like,
Probably give us monologue and speech. In the name
Because
of
you had
Queen.
yet another natural 20 is why you're first.
Jesus Christ.
heck, I did.
All right. So what would you like to do on
Alright.
your first turn?
On my first turn, I am holding this haste spell, so it's got to be, you know, just a
Non-concentration spell.
non-concentration spell. So we're just going to go with the straight up fireball up his butt.
Sure.
Damn.
So you point out and cast the fireball. He's got to make a dex saving throw. He's okay. He's okay at those. 17, so he makes it just barely, so he's gonna take half damage. So
It's 18.
He
which is
matched me.
18.
Oh, how dare he?
Yes, so he does that. Okay. And would you like to do anything with your bonus action?
Let's see. Bonus action. Oh, mercy. Let's see. So let me think. Used a fireball. And bonus action. Not at this time. I think I'm going to just sit back and see what happens.
Good to know.
I can move
Yasmin,
9. I can move 90 feet. Fuck.
Yasmin, you're up. Zephyr is still kind of shocked and surprised. He hasn't quite noticed you, and he just gets rocked by this fireball. You see as his feathers start to tar.
So I have advantage then.
You do have advantage, and you are considered surprised. So since you're an assassin, I think
I'm
you
not
get
an
your,
assassin.
You're not an assassin. Oh, never mind then. For some reason, I thought you were.
Me too.
I am known as an assassin.
Got it. Oh yeah, you're a scout. Yeah, that's right. Go ahead, make your attack.
Okay, so let's see if I hit him though. All right, so first main attack. Attack with my main hand.
21. His arm, as you go to attack with your main hand, his armor just appears to be too thick. You just barely miss him.
Ugh.
He's a cleric. He's got high fucking AC.
Oh, I did not even put advantage on that, but
Oh no, you
still.
did not. So you roll again.
Roll again.
24
Ah,
does
there
hit.
we go.
So in what would have been you realize, oh yeah, he's a cleric. He's got this really good thing, armor. So you decide to not do that attack, and you go in and strike. You do 10 piercing damage, and you also get to.
Oh, and I forgot to
roll
turn
sneak
on
attack.
my. I forgot to turn on my. No, I have my. Does that include my? Oh, that does include the fire. So 2 of that is fire damage.
Right. So that's that. And you also get your sneak attack from that.
Sneak attack.
All right, you deal this for your first hit. You go in and you deal this nasty blow to his side. You see blood starts to splatter all over the floor, and he's just in shock right now.
Okay, and then I am going to offhand with my dagger.
27, yeah. That definitely is. And so after you hit him with the rapier, you're going for the dagger and do like a quick jab, and it does even more than what you thought. So
And hasting, and because I'm
You get a
haste, I
haste
have a
action, yeah.
second action, so I'm going to use another main hand attack, which misses. I am going to move away. Let's see, I have 100 feet of movement. And I used 35, so I have 65 left. So I'm moving very far away now.
Do you have mobile?
Yes, I have mobile, I have superior mobility.
Okay, so then he wouldn't get an attack of opportunity as you.
Correct. He does not get an opportunity attack. And everyone now until my next turn has advantage against him.
Pretty fucking sick. Tawyn. You're
Okay.
next. You see as Yasmin goes in, makes 2 strikes. He gets hit from the fireball behind. And it's your turn.
Okay, Tawyn is going to rage.
Yeah. Bonus action, rage, get that shit.
Rage! And is going to rush up and attack twice with her glaive.
Go for it. Yeah, at advantage, because actually, yeah, I would still be at advantage. 28 does hit, so you get 10. Oh, a natural 20. So the first one Oh, did you add your rage damage?
No, I don't think it. If it didn't automatically, then no.
Let's see.
Plus,
It
no,
does
doesn't.
not.
Add
It does
2
not.
to the damage roll.
Plus 2 for each. Okay.
Yeah.
So it'd be 12 and 17, right?
Yes.
Plus 12, 17. Yeah, as you go in with your glaive, you make 2 strikes, just piercing the armor with this really awesome fucking glaive, and you just carving out chunks from him. He's almost at half health. All right. Anything else? What are you doing? That was your action your bonus.
That was my action and bonus action, so no, she's gonna stay in this area.
We are supposed to
small.
take him alive.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Opal, it's your turn. Can you see his health bar, by the way?
Yeah, I see it.
I
You
do.
see?
It's literally half. So Opal starts singing and goes, 1, 2, my crown has gone to you. Runs right over to him, strikes him once. We'll just where's the thing? Where did I put it? Oh, here it is. Tries to hit again. 3, 4, my beak is no more. Hits again. 5, 6, my wings have gone to Nyx. 7, 8, my talons full of hate. 9, 10, my tail has come to an end. And then I take a step back because I do have mobile, right? They're like right here. And I say 11, 12, I'll never be myself.
And there you go. So the 16 unfortunately misses. The 14 misses and the 20 also misses. But I believe you had advantage. So the first strike misses because you got a 16 and 14. You do a second roll for the second strike.
Well, also I have advantage because of what I have. I have advantage on all dex attacks. So each
You have
attack
advantage on all dex attacks. How did
that
you
comes
do that?
with that comes from my ability of Guardian of the Tree.
Yeah, he cast that beforehand, I believe, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
Guardian Nature.
So I just will roll those 3 times again.
Oh wow, yeah, it does. So yeah, roll 3 more attacks. One more. Oh, unfortunately, you go in with your. It's not a battle axe. It's a glaive, right?
It's a scythe.
Scythe, yes. So you go in with your scythe. Unfortunately, none of your hits can pierce through his armor.
Was this calculated properly? Oh well.
All right. That brings Zephyr's turn.
Yeah, it looks like it's giving you +5 for your proficiency, +3 for your finesse, and +2 for your bonus. So your +2
Okay.
battle axe. So yeah.
Yep. Well, it's a scythe. I just didn't change the name.
Well, yeah, scythe. That's fine.
After all of these attacks strike him, and he's getting injured, and he's outnumbered.
Now this is the
Really.
surprise round. Does he get
This
an
is
attack
his
this
final
one?
round. He won't get an attack this one, but actually no, yeah, he won't get an attack this one. All right, it's okay, Nakia, it's your turn. Up next.
Non-lethal from here on out, folks.
Yep.
He still got triple digits.
So no hit went in.
No, none of your hits hit.
Damn it. But that must have been terrified to have like.
Oh, he's seen a lot worse. Leah, it's your turn.
Ooh.
Sorry. Yes, of course.
Mhm.
I'm going to throw this at him.
So you cast Mind Spike on him. All right, let's see if he makes his save.
It's
is
a
a-
wisdom.
He is a cleric,
He is.
so yeah.
Ooh, dang. But he still takes half damage.
Yeah, half as much on a successful one. So you see as you reach out and you kind of like will the mind. It is concentration, so you're gonna lose haste.
Oh, I forgot that it was concentration. Never mind. I don't want to do that. Then. I'm keeping my
Or-
haste.
Why is that? Oh, because you get to
You can
learn.
hold it up. You can keep doing it again.
Yeah, I can. They can't hide from me if I, hit them. But since I didn't hit him.
Oh no
he
no.
did-
Okay. They initially take the damage and then you also learn the target's location on a failed save.
Right.
That makes sense.
And they can
That's
never
why it's
hide from me.
concentration.
But
Yeah,
since I
that's a concentration.
didn't,
Got it.
yeah, the concentration is if they fail.
It's still technically a concentration check, though. I would say.
Yes, I would say so too.
So,
Well, I don't want to lose the haste, so then
yeah.
I wouldn't do that.
Mhm.
Uh,
I'll allow that. I'll allow that. For you to.
All right.
So go ahead and choose a different spell if you'd like.
Nakia would know her abilities
Yeah,
better
she
than
would know.
the player does.
Yeah. Fine. I know the player is still learning.
Yells at you. What are you
Uh,
doing?
The player's
Yeah,
never
yeah, yeah.
played this high level, at least as far as me.
Yeah,
You-
I've. This is the highest level I've ever played. I'm like,
In your mind's eye, you think about, yeah, I'm gonna mind spike this guy, and then you realize, oh wait, I've got bodyguards. They might get, yeah, I've got haste on them. Yeah, that's right. You almost forgot about your colleagues because they're like they're a bit lesser than you.
fine. I will not do the concentration. I'm trying to find a spell that's not concentration.
You can
It's not.
filter. You can filter. Notice the filter above your spells list. It says
Yeah,
no concentration.
Non-concentration. Yeah, I'm gonna pull up my non-concentration, and I will go with. Oh, I just got to do this just because it's a new spell and it's so much cool. I'm gonna do chaos,
Chaos.
and I'm gonna do it at 3rd level.
Third
No,
level.
4th level.
Fourth
All
level.
right, I'm gonna throw something at him. I'm doing chaos bolt
Chaos ball. All right.
All right.
So you've rolled
at 4th level, and what did my 8 roll?
3.
at?
It was
Let's-
fire.
3 or 5. So fire or lightning. Ooh, let's do fire. We like fire.
So you cast this chaos bolt, and it strikes through the air, and it misses because because you needed to make a attack, a ranged spell attack, and unfortunately,
She still has advantage because it is not my turn yet.
oh,
That's
so yeah,
true.
They
you
have
have
advantage
and I don't
until
think that-
my turn.
I don't think it added it right because you make a ranged spell attack. I'm pretty sure your ranged spell attack is.
Yeah, it didn't include her. It didn't include her spell attribute bonus.
Mhm.
Which is 4 for charisma.
So it would be 21 charisma. So yeah, it didn't do it right.
So I
but
would
in
still
any
miss.
case, you still get another roll because you have advantage.
Yeah,
All right. Well,
so it'd be plus proficiency plus charisma. That
So
would hit.
24 this time.
So you rolled
All
a
right,
4
I
and a
will
1. right?
edit that and add in charisma.
So you rolled a 4 and a 1. So you get to choose either force or acid.
Let's go acid.
Sure.
Let's
And you watch this
melt
chaos
him.
bolt strikes through the air, almost like a lightning bolt, and hits him. And as it hits him, it turns into this acidic spray and just starts melting away at him. You see some of the feathers slough and they start to fall. Ugh. It's looking hurt. All right, that's gonna be your turn unless you have a bonus action.
Bonus action. Let's see if I have anything that's bonus action. Too many filters.
While she check in, Yasmin, you're up on deck.
Yeah, nothing. Man, I don't have anything for
Alright.
bonus actions.
Yasmin, it's your turn.
Okay, 60 feet in. And I do not have advantage now.
But you
Or
do still get sneak
I
attack.
do get sneak attack though. Okay, so main hand attack, offhand attack,
25 hits,
main
24
hand
hits.
attack,
All 3 hit, and you also get your sneak
and
attack.
I get 1 sneak attack. And that was 60
Don't you have
feet.
advantage also?
No, I don't.
Okay.
And you watch as you go in with these attacks and slice through him. Oh, he's taking noticeable gashes, and he's
And mine are all
starting to feel
non-lethal.
winded.
From here on out, mine are all non-lethal.
Talon, it's your turn. He's
Okay.
he's looking hurt. He's looking hurt. Not quite on death's door, but he's looking hurt.
So, Opal, you, because of my Storm, Path of Storm Herald aura, you get 3, temporary hit points. And, she will attack recklessly, that for non-lethal.
Go for it. So the first one hits, the second one misses.
Mhm.
And you
So
take the
that'll
butt
be
of your
16
glaive.
damage.
16, yes.
Okay, you do
And you
not
see it's-
still have advantage from me, by the way.
No, I
Nope.
recklessly attack.
Yeah,
Perfect.
that was reckless. So you watch as you take the butt of the glaive and you go in. At first, he blocks it with a shield, but then you go in and just smack him across the face. He's looking bloodied. Are you gonna do anything with your bonus or movement?
She will.
Quick question, if I may interrupt here. Phil,
Mhm.
what is your ruling on flanking?
Flanking, it's gonna be a plus. If you're flanking from the opposite end, it would be +3.
Okay, so there is a benefit from flanking if we're directly across.
Mhm. I'm doing
Okay.
the Austin theme because I think advantage would be too much.
Okay.
Yeah, she will move over this way.
So as
And
you
that-
move out of his range, he's
She
gonna
has mobile.
cast- You have mobile
No,
too?
No, I don't. I don't think.
Oh,
I will
okay.
use my reaction to use interceptor to defend her.
Sure.
If-
What does
if
interceptor do?
Basically, I roll a d10 and I add my proficiency, and that takes the damage away from her as long as she's 10 feet away from me.
She's not. Oh, well, she was when he strikes, when she's moving out of his reach, yes.
Just trying to see. Yeah. So when you one action, I've got only one. So as you get out of his range, he's gonna cast Vampiric Touch on you. Because he's a warcaster.
Ah!
Fucking hell. Okay,
That does not hit.
I see how it is, dice. Oh wait, reckless. You reckless, so it'd have been.
Oh, that's
an
right. He has
advantage.
advantage.
Yes. All right. So you cast it. Vampiric Touch. 16. Does a 16 hit?
I believe so. I think my AC is 14.
So as you run away, he started, not so fast. And then he moves out his hand, and you can feel as this, unless Opal, this, what happens?
So I rolled a d10 and then I add a +5, which is my proficiency. Right.
So what happens to that?
So basically, whatever damage, you minus that amount.
So it takes 8 off of the damage.
Yes.
Rad.
All right.
Okay.
So it'd be 11 damage to you. So you watch as he brings out a talon and just rakes you across the back as you leave. You take 11 necrotic damage, and he's going to heal. I can't do basic math. He's gonna heal 6. Yeah, he's gonna heal 6. There we go.
By the way, if he moves, my enemies within 15 feet of me, they're on difficult terrain.
Yeah, got it. Opal, it's your turn.
Okay, big boy. Let's dance. And I kind of laugh like menacingly, and I just go like, flex by going around him 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 feet, like you, just to go around, dance around him.
As you, yeah, he already took his reaction. Never mind.
And I strike 3 times again.
Sure, go for it.
There we go, baby. And I changed the name so it doesn't look like a battle axe because I didn't like that. 1, and they're all on advantage, by the way.
Mhm. Wait. Quick question. What gives you the third attack?
The
Haste.
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 Haste. Yes, you're hasted. I completely forgot about that. Okay.
Actually, what
wanna
gives
guys
you
wanna
the second attack then? Oh no, that's right.
Ranger.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right.
Ranger.
Yeah.
You should have just clicked advantage when you rolled those, so
I
it's easier
should
to
have.
see.
Sorry.
But it's fine. You're not rolling good.
Any 19s?
Oh, wait, you're adding. It's adding your strength instead of adding your dex. It should be adding your dex. What's your dex instead?
It's 3.
So add
Yeah,
4
it's
to
got
each of
negative
these.
1 to each one of those.
So it'd be the 21 would hit. The 21 would hit.
Oh, because it's counting as a battle axe.
Oh,
Probably.
That's why. I thought I thought we fixed that.
Yeah,
The
finesse always messes up.
So the 21 would hit.
Let's
21 hit.
see.
None of the others get a 22 or higher.
Well, 17 would be plus 4, would there be 20?
1, which it doesn't hit.
Yeah.
So just
So-
the 1.
So one of them hits. Yep.
All right.
Trying to do math in my head. Ugh.
So, is there like a fuzzy sound? It's like, I think that might be groovy. It's not
Let's see
Pam. Yeah, there you go. All right. Now it's Saphir's turn. You watch as he's surrounded, and he looks around. He's very badly injured.
Oh, I'm not done. I go and I go right back in place, like just in circles basically. So another 35 feet because I can move
Alright,
90
Yeah,
feet.
so you watch. Yeah, you watch as he's badly injured, and he looks around, and he sees that he's outnumbered, and he's gonna cast Divine Intervention as a level 20 cleric. It automatically succeeds. So you watch as from out of the sky, 5 ravens and they seem to transform and shift. And you see as the wounds on Zephyr close up, and you see as he starts getting a bit more vigor on him. And I'm gonna introduce the other guys.
That's
Oh,
pretty.
You were close.
Other
You were
guy.
so close. So we've got red koala. We got a blue koala. Ooh, we've got the orange koala. We've got a green koala.
And
And
I'm
last-
assuming they're flying, right?
Yeah, they're flying.
So
And you-
difficult terrain won't affect them. Then.
No. And then you see appearing in front of Zephyr is this almost spectral defender looking type thing. It's got like this large shield and it's just shimmering, and where you can see where the helmet is, and you look inside and there's no face at all. It's just blank nothingness,
Hello.
and it has no emotion. And I'm gonna roll initiative for these guys.
Alright.
Zephyr gets that. It's back. So he goes there. Do. And he also gets that cast on him. There we go. Alright. And then I'm gonna roll initiative for these guys. Yes. That's right. So for the koalas, I'm gonna say they all will go on the same initiative. Because why not?
Mm-hmm.
18, so let's bring them onto the initiative tracker. I'll start by descending, and then Celestial Defender. Oh, so close. You were so close.
Was he almost down?
He was in 20 something hit points.
Oh my god.
Oh.
If those attacks by Opals would have hit, he would have been down. I would have just completely negated my boss fight.
Obviously something's wrong with my weapon right now. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, we gotta work on your weapon.
So that would be his turn for divine intervention, and as a bonus action, he's going to cast what do I have for bonus action on Zephyr? Not much.
Is
but...
he in the radius of the crater?
He's not next to the crater now.
Okay.
And there are certain things that will happen with the crater, but you have to be either close to it or something else has to happen. He's gonna go ahead and cast. Sure. He's gonna cast Sanctuary on himself. That's his bonus.
Oh, poo, no fun.
That's fine. Yes. All right. Choose that many. Oh, got it. So that was Zephyr's turn. Let me put Sanctuary on him just to make sure. And then he's going to click. Oops, sorry. All right, Nakia, it's your turn up.
Oh, yes. Let us play. Ooh, wonderful.
I can hear you now, Phil. Just you try to use gravity.
I mean, yeah, you could try it if you want.
Just to warn you, Kevin gave him tips on how to negate it.
Oh, no. Do you have tips on how to negate gravity now?
I'll give you this. You notice that all of these guys seem to be able to fly.
Yeah, I know. They can fly down.
Does that include the sentry guy that's right in front of me?
Yeah. He's able to fly.
That's all that you kind of need to
Brains,
do.
we're only fighting birds now.
Yes, I'm noticing that. Ah, you gotta love this. All right, let me think here. You're throwing my game off since you added 5 guys to the match.
I didn't add 5 guys. The Raven Queen did.
Sorry, you added 4 guys.
I could add 8 guys right now.
No, I added 5.
Yeah, 4 Quaddles and the Celestial Defender. But Phil's saying he didn't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
It was Zephyr, honestly. Zephyr was the one who called for divine intervention.
Uh-huh. Just blame it on him. I got it. All right. I am going to cast Chain Lightning on main dude.
Love chain lightning.
On Zephyr,
On Saphir.
I'm going to need a wisdom saving
He
throw
cast
from you.
sanctuary.
Yes, so I'm going to need a wisdom save to see if you could even pass it. If not, it goes to someone else.
All right. Wisdom save.
Oh, well, I mean, right next to Zephyr is the Defender.
Ooh.
With a natural 20, and
How we say.
his DC, yeah, okay, go ahead. It goes through.
Not gonna be that easy.
Yeah. He's got to do a dex save or take half damage. And
Save. Oh, he
So he
makes a
takes
save.
half
all right.
to 18.
He takes 18, yes. You see as the lightning hits him, and then it changed to other people, right?
I think it can.
Arc
Bolt of
towards a
lightning.
target of your choice within
30 feet.
Leaps
the
from
target-
that to as many as 3 others within 30
Oh,
feet.
So, yeah. So, I mean, he's
Yeah, it could hit
within-
it can hit any. Can't hit the orange one, so it can
Can't hit the
the
orange one, but
defender or any of those guys.
let's go defender and 2 of the others. Let's say blue and red.
All right, defender, dex saving throw. Fails, and then 2
Ugh.
quotals. So the red one 15
Fail.
fails, and the blue, the
He
natural 20, the
passes.
blue passes. So they take half damage if they
So,
pass,
yeah.
and then normal damage if they do. So it was red, right? I said.
Red and Defender take full damage.
And the blue passed.
Takes 10. Got it. So it's gonna be 18. So, so it's that much.
All right.
And then yeah, the defender
For
uses
bonus action, I am going to quicken a
Oh.
spell.
As you cast a 6th level spell, I'm gonna need you to roll a d100.
Oh Lord. All right. Get out of the way. I have too many screens up. D100.
27.
It's not bad.
No, lower is better because then nothing happens
Yeah,
from wild
yeah.
magic.
Oh no.
Oh,
Big.
okay. Yeah. So, go ahead.
All right. So I'm going to quicken a spell. Since I did a 6th level spell, I am then going to turn around and shoot a fireball, 3rd level.
Can you do 2-leveled spells?
Actually,
I think you can only do a
you
cantrip
one
then.
you wouldn't be able to do fireball, and you felt as you casted that chain lightning, this kind of surge in your magic happened, and the chain lightning actually took up your action and your bonus action.
Then I will not do anything.
All right.
All right.
That's
If
gonna be
the
your turn.
chain
Any
lightning
movement?
took everything, then I will sit back.
All right, Yasmin, it's your turn.
How high up is the green Quaddle?
He's hovering about like 10 feet up.
So I can actually reach him.
You could.
All right, so 5 feet so far.
You did not hide last round, so
That's
I
true.
wouldn't say you're hidden.
That's true.
So it's going to be straight attacks and no sneak attacks. Unless you have a
that's
way of getting advantage.
I don't have a way of getting advantage. Okay. Main hand attack.
Oof, but you still got a crit, so that's pretty sick. Unfortunately, there's no sneak attack there.
Yeah,
So
I
on
know.
that green Koano, sorry about that. Minus that much. And you can see, actually, you saw as these Koados came in, they started to speak to Zephyr. Does anyone understand Celestial?
I do.
You do.
Hold on.
I don't think I do, but no.
I speak 8 different languages.
Damn.
So you
No,
can hear.
I only know Abyssal.
So you can hear the Koado say, "We will protect you to our dying breath." And then he's gonna continue speaking, but I would need you to make a deception check for me.
Okay.
Me? Or
No, no, no.
Oh, right.
Him, because
Right.
he understands.
Because he understood it. 'Cause Opal understood it, right?
Deception. Where's my
Mhm.
deception? Boop.
16. It you notice as the Koado, as it's speaking, the Koado turns and sees you understanding the language, and then swaps to a different language. Do you understand? Or what's this one called? Which one would they swap to? Do you understand Arakakra?
Nope. I answered Abysmal, Celestial, Common, Dragonic, Dwarven, Elvish, Infernal, Pronominal, Quarry, and Sylvan.
All right, so then it would say something else that you do not quite catch.
Oh, pardon.
And then you can see as you're speaking, and then the Koado kind of shifts its head toward the teleportation anchor.
I say to it in Celestial, like, "Oh, party pooper."
And then you hear in your mind, "You will be banished from this realm."
And I'm right back into his mind because I can do that. It's like, you too.
All right, Yasmin. That was so. Yasmin, you attack with a rapier. You're still on the rest of your turn.
Which one did the talking?
It would be the red one.
I give him a look like, you're mine, buddy.
So I do my second attack. So that's going to be the rapier again. Whoa!
What the fuck?
Damn.
Man, you didn't even need the sneak attack.
How many
Jesus.
nat 20s has that been already? I'm gonna count.
Gotta be at least 10.
Don't ask.
Good lord!
You're just decimating. All of you guys are just decimating. Anyways, that was your second attack. Do you have
And in
anything
fact,
else?
I think I am going to go ahead and
You're still hasted.
I know. Well, that was my haste attack. I was thinking to
Mhm.
use my bonus action to disengage, but on the other hand, I think I'm just going to go ahead and use the third attack.
So you,
Yeah.
Doesn't haste give you disengage also?
it does.
But it gives me that as that I can use as my second action. I mean, the thing is, so I have 3. Disengage would take up one of my 3 attacks.
16 nat 20s, guys,
Shit.
since we started.
Oh
We'll
my
count it.
god.
We'll count 'em at the end
10
of the night.
in this battle.
We'll count them at the end of the night. So you
Okay,
guys
and then
just-
I am
like
Somebody-
actually going to
somebody-
stay. I'm going to stay in range of this guy. I'm not going to move away. I'm going to move around. No, I'm not. I'm going to stay where I am. I will end my turn.
All right. At the end of your turn, it's now the Kowaddle's turns. So first one, because you just attacked it, it's going to be the green Kowaddle. The green Kowaddle is going to go ahead and cast. It's going to go cast. Oh, actually, with the 22. Sorry, I completely forgot about this. Actually, no, because I forgot. It's okay. It's all right. I'm not going to do that then. Okay, so he's going to go ahead and cast. The green's going to go ahead and cast Bless on Zephyr, on the Celestial Defender, and on itself. So he is blessed. He is blessed. And he is blessed. Alright. And it's not going to move because it doesn't want to take an attack of opportunity. Because you just did a shit ton of damage to it. The red one is going to go ahead and it's going to actually move up to you. No, the red one's going to go up to Opal. So as it moves, it flies towards Opal. It's going to go ahead and constrict. So you watch as the Kowaddle flies in and attempts to constrict you.
Me?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's gonna see if it's gonna hit. 23 hits, and so you watch as it constricts you, and you start taking bludgeoning damage. You take 8 bludgeoning damage, and you are grappled.
Cute.
That's this. Kowaddle has you grappled.
Can I still hit with my scythe, or am I stuck within my weapon?
You would be able to attack, but I think it's at disadvantage if I'm not mistaken. Or how does
Okay,
grapple work?
So it would because I have advantage on my dex,
roll-
it would just be neutral then.
Roll a concentration check because you're concentrating on that.
Okay, I get advantage on cons.
You just need to beat a 10.
Where's the advantage on here?
Top right.
Give me a second.
Right underneath the block that has your class, race, etc.
I'm talking about D&D Beyond because I'm rolling.
Oh, D&D
there.
Beyond. Hold down the shift key and hover over it, and it'll be green. It'll turn green.
Oh wow, damn.
Oh yeah, so the 17 and the 10 both make it. So yeah, you still maintain concentration on that. The other Coatl, he's going to go ahead and cast. What is he? He's blue, so he's going to go ahead and cast Cure Wounds on himself. Let's Cure Wounds. Do that.
And I took 8 bludgeoning damage.
Let's see. Yes, you took 8 bludgeoning damage. He's gonna cast Cure Wounds on himself. 3. So it's 1d8 plus spellcasting modifier. Sorry, should have had that coded in beforehand. So that's 3 regains hit points. And then lastly, you see as the orange one comes up, and you see as it's formed.
Wait, what am I doing? Okay, I take a reaction. Oh, did I already use my reaction to save her? To help. What's her face last time?
I believe you.
I think that was last round. Yeah.
Oh no,
Yeah, that was
that was the
last
round
round.
before. But I will say it's a bit too late now, because I also ruled it for myself that since I missed a reaction on what's her name's hit, on Yasmin hit, then it didn't work. So
Okay, that's fine.
yeah, you watch as the orange one comes up, and actually no, before it's going to no, it's not going to do that just yet. I'll wait a bit, and then it's itself. It's going to cast Bless on. See, it's going to cast Bless on itself. No, that's not the sign for Bless. That's the sign for Bless. It's going to cast Bless on the
It's
blue
actually
guy.
kind of weird that the Spider Queen would. Okay, anyways.
She's not a Spider Queen.
Raven Queen.
The Raven Queen, sorry.
And Bless doesn't stack, right?
I don't
Correct.
No.
think so.
Blast is like Bane, it does not stack.
Okay.
Like,
So then
if
she's going
you,
to cast Bless on him and blue, and he's going
Right.
to move.
Bardic Inspiration would kind of stack with that, but not double the Bless and all that, so.
She's going to move that way. And that's the end of the Coatl's turns. Tawyn, it's your turn.
Okay. Tawyn's gonna take a couple steps back here, and then I promised you, she's gonna reach into her 14 pocket.
14, yes. Okay, let me just pull that up. Okay. Oh, sorry to disappoint if this one's disappointing. 14. So
I have
you
no
reach
expectations.
this won't take an action. You reach in the pocket expecting something, and your hand just meets sand. And you keep going, and there's just bottomless pit of sand in that pocket.
You know, that's really rad.
And that's a free action. I'll give you that. as a free
Reaction to touch the sand. Okay, that's
And
rad.
throw it up
Okay.
into somebody's face.
Right, pocket sand.
It's a great stress reliever. Just running your hands through the sand. Anyways.
You know what? Yeah, I'm going to actually. Tawyn's gonna grab a handful of the sand
Mm-hmm.
and is gonna.
Yeah, I'll allow that.
Not advantage. But and throw it at this dude right here.
Dakawatl.
Yep,
Sure.
orange.
Orange. You toss you cast it on the sand, and you get like 3 grains of sand, which are like super like no, you get like 2 chunks of sand, and you toss one of them, and the Coatl flies out of the way and it misses.
I can live with that.
That's pretty cool though. Honestly,
Yeah.
for using the pocket sand, I'll say it hits.
Yay! It's only
So you
5
watch this-
damage.
It takes 5 damage, and actually we'll roll a concentration check to see if it maintains
Oh,
concentration.
I have a question. Where's the
Mhm.
fog, by the way?
The fog
that-
was there, but I'm
It's
assuming.
over here on the comet crater, but I'm assuming that dissipated.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
you didn't want that spell to go off, so you want to maintain concentration on it.
Okay, I was just wondering.
Let's see, concentration check. Oh, oh wow, it actually loses bless.
Yes.
So that one loses bless.
Never
that
say
one-
pocket sand doesn't help you.
Pocket sand really helps. Anything else?
I got a
Nope. I'm good.
All right. Next up, it's the Celestial Defender's turn. So as the Quaddles got you grappled up, Opal, you see this defender just stare down at you, emotionless. And it's gonna make 3 attacks against you.
Now, boys, no need for that. First attack, I'm going to take a swarm and dispersal, take resistance on the first one, and take 30 feet, go 30 feet away.
Sure. So you take resistant on it. So yeah, it goes to strike you. It hits you, and you feel this radiant damage, like go out against you. And as it hits you, it looks back at Zephyr, and Zephyr is gonna get 1d10 hit points, temporary hit points. So Zephyr gets 3 extra temporary hit points.
How cute. So I will
Oh.
tell him. And I'll roll for concentration.
Yes, roll for concentration. You gotta beat a 8, 9, 10. 10. You have to beat a 10.
Did you say control is an advantage?
Constitution saving throw.
Charis, you... Ship, sorry.
Oh shit. Oh, okay. So yeah, you teleport out of the grapple. Luckily you had advantage, and also you're not negative. You would have got that too, and you would have failed.
Bad. So how much damage do it? Half?
Half. So you take instead of
I'm
19.
assuming so 10, right?
No. You would have take actually 10. We'll round up.
It's usually rounded up.
Yeah.
Okay, so
you take 10 damage.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It's like, oh, too close for comfort, gentlemen. I'm like,
The other 2 attacks.
do
13.
I
Does a
get a
13 hit?
reaction as you come? Oh, no, never mind.
You already used your action.
That's true.
13. Does it hit? 13 hit.
13? No.
So 13 misses. So just because you're you teleported and it comes up and it misjudged its swing, and then 22 would hit. So as in then
Yeah.
it comes back for a backswing and just kind of backhands you with its mace. You take 17 radiant.
I still think I have resistance of this turn. I gotta double check that.
Yeah, definitely double check that, and it's gonna get itself 3 temporary hit points.
You take damage, you resistance to that damage, you vanish into your swarm teleport. It doesn't say, so I assumed it was, but I don't know, so I'm just gonna say no, it doesn't.
All right, and that's gonna be the end. It's gonna be the end of the Celestial Defender's turn.
Okay, so 10 plus 17. 10 minus 17, and you actually got rid of my temporary hit points. You should be proud of yourself.
Don't worry, I can get those back up.
Okay, it's my turn.
Yes, it's your turn.
Well, if you're so eager to please, and I'm assuming he's floating like 10 feet, so I have to be up against him to hit him with my scythe that can reach 10 feet, right?
No, he was walking.
Okay, so I can take a step. I'll hit him once. Okay, let's see. Oh, I didn't account for all the owl swarms attack. Fuck. That's the last time. Remember? Because when they
Yeah,
had...
Mm-hmm. I remember
Okay.
now.
Yeah, so that would be like a D8 damage to Zephyr, but because I forgot, fuck it. Okay, so I will attack 3 times with advantage.
Go for it.
The Sentinel. Okay, give me a second. One, 2, 3.
The 22 and the 18 hit, but the 16 unfortunately misses.
Okay, and then with Swarm, I'm gonna push him like 15 feet back, I believe, but it doesn't take any damage.
Is it a strength save, or does it just happen automatically?
Oh, I believe it is a strength save. Like, does he look beefy first off?
Not. I mean, he looks somewhat beefy.
I'm not gonna take that. I'm just gonna give him another, like, I believe it's D8 damage from the.
Sure. Yeah. So roll another d8. So he takes 2 and 13. So 2 plus 13 plus 6. So he takes 21. So. Okay. So he takes
And-
damage.
I will take, and because I have mobility, I will take. I can move quite a bit, so I'm gonna move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 60.
And with mobile, it doesn't get an attack of opportunity.
And I'm just like, come get me!
All right. Now it's Zephyr's turn. Looking around at all the stuff that's going on, Zephyr is gonna.
Oh, because he attacked another time and he hit me, do I have to make another concentration check, or did that count as one?
No, you have to make another one. That's
Okay.
right. And this time you have to save 17 divided by 2, which is 10. You have to save by 10.
Okay.
Still advantage though.
Ooh, that was close.
That was close. He's gonna cast Death Storm.
Great.
7th level.
For little me. Okay, I'm gonna go to the bathroom quickly. So,
Well, first, before you go to the bathroom, make a dex saving throw.
okay, which I believe. Let me double check. I think I get.
You don't get advantage. It's not an attack roll. Unless you have something else. Unless you have
It's
something
only
else.
wisdom. And
You get
concentration.
haste. He gets a save. He gets advantage
Oh.
on a deck save from haste.
I don't. Is he hasted though?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
I-
Opal
no, I-
and
Oh yeah. Sorry, I thought it was Tawyn for some reason. It's hasted.
nope.
Got it. All right.
Well, she.
So-
Opal's a she. She's hasted.
Oh, I was talking about Sam.
Yeah.
You should have to choose 10-foot cubes. All right, let's do the spell. Yeah, so you save this, or you're only gonna take it. Oh, what the fuck?
But I'm assuming that's another concentration save.
That's such.
But they have to. They have to also be adjacent. So it's 3 cubes that are adjacent.
No, 10-foot cubes that are adjacent.
Okay, 10-foot cubes that are adjacent.
Yes, so he's going to. Really? 38 damage? Wow, that's some shit.
That's still a lot. Are you kidding?
That's a 7th level spell.
That's still a lot. Fuck
That's
you.
the same damage as a 3rd level spell.
That's
Okay,
still
so
a lot.
he's gonna do
No.
first cube here. Oh no, he's gonna do first cube here. It's gonna hit Noctis, so I'm gonna need.
Did I succeed?
You succeeded. I'm gonna need a save for Noctis.
Here, use a bunch of cubes and
Yes,
arrange
I'll
them.
use that. Okay, so I'll do this first one, and then I'll just copy paste that.
You fucking touched my owl. He has an ability where like he can just kind of like fly by,
2,
I believe.
3.
And they have to have a full face.
That's a full.
Yeah, but it's not. This isn't a reach thing because it's not a Nakia that's attacking him.
Okay. Roll a dexterity. You said.
So that's 1, 2.
Oh
3,
wait, why
4,
was that
5.
advantage? Oh well, sorry.
Well, and
Oh,
that
well,
was a
so
check. You need a
Doesn't
save.
matter anyway.
A, you need a save, and B, you
And
do have
B, it went-
advantage because of haste.
No, Noctis. Noctis doesn't.
Oh,
have advantage.
Noctis. Okay.
And so, I don't think your pet has more than 38 hit points.
No.
So
You-
as this
Ooh.
death storm, this black fire emanates as the fear does it, you watch as both Nakia and your Noctis goes up in flames and vanishes in a cloud of feathers.
Now I
1, 2,
read an
3, 4, 5,
adjacent
6, 7.
face. Oops, but I'm still on drawing. I can't undo it. There. I read adjacent face means it has to actually be fully adjacent. The full 10 feet has to be adjacent.
All right.
That's how I read that stuff.
Just want to
1,
double check.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You still get 2 more.
Did Opal avoid the damage completely?
No, unless you have evasion,
No, you take half damage.
you take half damage.
And I gotta roll another concentration. Okay, gotcha.
So you have to beat, for concentration, 38 halves. You have to beat a 19.
What?
Oh no, sorry. You succeeded, right?
I succeeded in like.
Wait, no, you did not. His save is 19, so you did not succeed. So you take, you have to beat a 19 concentration. So you take 38 fire damage.
Fuck off.
He's a high level cleric. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Nope.
8, 9,
Well, that's okay.
10. Then he wouldn't position it like that. Then he would go upwards.
Yeah, unfortunately, that covers me. So I need to make dex saves.
Sorry about that.
Okay, double check.
So
Fortunately,
Opal, you don't have to make it, but Noctis is dead.
My baby. The price of my
Okay.
baby.
So he doesn't want to get the coatl in there.
he's going to get the coatl. If he hits an Noctis, he's going to hit the coatl. Or he won't hit me.
Does he want to hit you or the? You know what? The coatl did say he would die until his dying breath. So.
So be it.
That doesn't hit you. It should be down a bit more, I think.
You see a change in Opal, by the way. It's not pretty.
So that's
I'm gonna run to
that.
the bathroom. So
Yes.
excuse
Go
me.
ahead.
Shoot, go away.
Sorry, Green Coatl. Just so good. I'm so sorry.
You're not.
No, I'm not. I spelled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, he would just hit you two. So
Okay.
you need a dex check from you. I believe you have evasion.
I have advantage and evasion. Actually, I have advantage multiple ways. So
19 just saves, so you take no damage.
Yep.
Damn it, what a I'd use some little spell. But Nakia, you do take the full 38 damage, fire damage, as this black fire engulfs you. And so the coatl, the green guy, he's got bless, so maybe he's gonna save.
Which one did the orange one have bless on?
Orange one had it on himself in blue.
Okay.
But, he,
It's gone now, but I was
Yeah.
checking.
so this.
Yes, I was looking to
Never mind.
see if my shield would help, but it wouldn't. It does like magic missiles and adds to my AC, but not to
Coatl,
saving.
like that coatl. Bless is gone.
So
actually.
fun.
So was that enough to kill? Let's see. So did the coatl save?
The coatl did not save, so that's.
Oh,
nice.
he's
She's
not-
looking hurt.
Yeah, he's ragged.
He's
Kill
pretty
that
bad.
coatl. Oh, is this little birdie gone with me?
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, Noctis is gone. So let's put a.
No, just take him away. Don't put an X.
No,
That's
Don't
mean.
leave- don't leave a
stay there,
carcass.
Lex. No, he's gonna stay there.
Oh God.
Aw, that's just mean.
And then Zephyr is be like, "Oh, sorry about that," and he's gonna cast his bonus
Oh, sorry
bonus-
about
bonus action. He's gonna cast
healing word or something.
On us.
No, he cannot. Damn it. He can cast normal healing word though, so he's gonna cast normal healing word on the green coatl. I'm sorry, little guy.
No, on me, on us. Oh, I don't need it. I did not down any hit points, but
Why would he cast it on us?
because
Just double checking here, but Leah, don't you have to do a concentration save as
For
well.
haste, yeah.
Oh, I do.
So you have to beat a
Since
19.
I finally got
Out of the
hurt.
sake of fairness.
Yeah,
I
You
yeah.
have to beat a 19.
You,
You
yes.
beat it.
Oh, that could have been.
So the
You
green
all
koala.
still have haste. So
So we're not
kill
stunned.
these guys quickly. Skip trying to save this guy and just knock him out. Nope, kill him.
Well, you can
Yeah,
bring
see
the
it's-
body.
we'll get a raised dead or something later. I
Now
mean,
it's personal.
Yeah, exactly. We'll kill him and we'll figure this out later.
Fear,
You
Sophia
you
Scott.
killed my gambling addicted owl, you bastard. You're gonna die.
Yeah, I mean, he's done nothing but bad things here.
He was a sweet, innocent boy, and all he did was like share nuts with everyone and play. I was pretty good at poker.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you watch as he casts the divine as you watch as this death storm goes out. You see as he grows.
Actually,
No,
can
shit.
he cast Healing Word?
Yes, it's a first level
It's a bonus too.
action.
No, it's
Yeah,
not
it's
that
a
it's a
bonus
bonus action. It's a leveled spell. No, it's a leveled
Yeah.
spell. Can't.
Yeah, we're allowing second level and lower.
Okay.
As long as you cast a spell, it's second level and lower.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's the same thing as in.
Well, that's better. Okay. I obviously hadn't put that together in Austin's game. I've only used cantrips or 5th level. Of course, I only use cantrips or 5th level spells in Austin's game anyway. So
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So you watch as he shrinks 3 inches. Strange.
Hey, he's my size.
Nakia. It's actually he's gonna move. He's gonna move.
He's
Which way is
finally
he
gonna move, huh?
Yeah, he's finally gonna move. He's gonna move his 25 feet because he's fucking. He doesn't have that much movement. He's gonna go. Boop, boop. Alright, Nakia, it's your turn.
Where is he moving off to? Okay.
he's trying to get away
He's
from
running
us.
How far he is.
He's running away.
He's not running away. He's making just a tactical.
Strategic
movement.
retreat.
I gotta like
strategically.
shrink my map here so I can find him. Okay, he is 90 feet away. Okay.
He's just over 90 feet. 95, yeah.
95. Okay. We can do with it. We can deal with that. 95 is fine. All right. All right. He's really messing with me here. Hmm. I'm trying. I've got a concentration spell, so I can't like use any of my spells that are concentration. So I'm like
We'll probably go for like
picking through them.
30 more minutes to an hour, depending on what you guys want. And then we'll just cut it off there and we'll continue next time. Just letting you know.
Okay.
I think we could do it, guys.
We can do that. Yeah. All right. So we are going to. Gonna like try and work on this guy. We're gonna twine some spells together. Twin some spells. We're going to twin a spell that already. Let's see. Does it have to affect one target?
Yes, it has to only affect one creature.
Well, then it's not that spell because that can affect 1 to 3 targets. So let's grab one that only affects one target. We're gonna twin a fireball,
Go for it.
and we're going to smack him.
Fireball's
can
an
you
area
twin
of
fireball?
effect. No,
Yeah.
fireball's an area of effect.
Oh well, darn it.
They're
I
kind of
don't
scattered
consider
far
that a-
over for a fireball.
And
Although you could target him
You're
with a fireball.
aiming at one person.
No, you're not. It's a point. It's an area of effect.
All right. Fine.
No, you can't.
Find nuances of spells. You gotta love it. That's a radius.
Although one fireball could get both Zephyr and the blue Quaddle.
That is true.
Good.
Oh, let's do that. Let's just skip the twinning, and let's just empower it.
Oh, so you get to reroll 4 damage dice once you use it.
So there's 3 1s and a 2.
So
yes.
yeah, you could reroll the one
D6.
All right, so let's roll 4d6.
1. 1. Oh, 4. 1.
Okay, so we take off 2 of the 1s, so we add 3 and 4, so add 7 to that 25 is going to be 32.
25 plus 7, yeah, 32. So 32. Well, deck saves from Zephyr first.
Half will be 16.
They have to do deck saves.
Yes! That should cause double damage. Well, if he nat ones his deck save, he should have to take double damage. No, I'm kidding.
He should. He should really take double damage. He fell into the fireball instead of out of the fireball.
They both failed to take the full 32. Yes!
Yes!
If you want to play it like that.
I mean, but the nat one, he should be falling into the fireball. Yeah,
Sure,
definitely.
If you want to play like that, I could keep that in mind for your character.
You can. Because I will probably do that. And I'll be like, I
Spell
fell
fumbles.
into the sword.
Oh, and then I could do a dramatic death scene impaled on my own dagger.
Because, we're definitely trying
through the
to kill
heart.
Alright, so that was
we're terribly
fireball.
concerned about this, aren't we, Phil?
That was a normal fireball. I didn't do added anything.
Wow, you got 6 less damage than my 7th level spell.
I know.
I wonder if someone's salty about that.
No,
It
no one's
doesn't
salty.
sound salty at all. No.
No, not at all.
Alright, anything else? Bonus?
Let me see. Can I quicken a spell as a bonus action?
Sure. How many sorcery points do you got?
I have 15 sorcery points.
Jesus. Yeah, go ahead.
You
quick
get
one.
one for each level you have or something like that.
Yeah, I have a lot of sorcery points.
Go
So
ahead and
I
quicken.
am going to sit here and go, you won't let me quicken a fireball again, will you?
Third
You can do
level,
that
nope.
if Oh, in 3rd level, yeah. It has to be 2 or lower.
All right, so 2 or lower. So let's look what we have. Oh, we're going to quicken us. Let's see. Make sure that you're not going to yell at me. Nope. Okay. So we're going to quicken Scorching Ray.
Ooh.
Same people.
So that's
Same people.
same
Mhm.
people. So you have one.
And it'll let me do 3 people. So I'm going to do
Can I get 2 more times?
2. Let's see. 1 and 1. So it'll let me do 3. So I'm going to do. Let's see. Let's do 2 to him and 1 to him.
Sure. Do you have any specific order on which one you want to hit who?
Let's do the 22 to him, the 16 to him, and the 17 to him.
You just said him. I wasn't looking at. Sorry. 17 to Zephyr, 22 to Zephyr, and 16 to the blue.
17 to blue, and 16 and 22 to Zephyr.
The 22 would hit, the other 2 miss.
Okay, so at least Zephyr gets hit with a whopping 4.
Whopping 4. Hey.
Damage is damage.
Damage is damage. Yes. All right. So that leaves me with 9 more spell points. Okay.
All right, Yasmin,
Let's
it's your
go.
turn up next.
All right. I am going to use an attack on my action.
Mhm.
May I use an attack on my bonus action for dual wielding first?
Yes, you may.
Thank you. Okay, I am going to do my bonus action attack on this quaddle next to me.
17, you go to strike a Zagger, it's too slippery. Misses.
Okay. I move 40 feet to here,
Sure thing.
and I make 2 rapier main hand attacks on him. Ugh, they both miss. Okay, that is
Yeah.
40, and I move 50 feet out.
Yeah, because you can, because you're hasted, yeah.
That's my turn.
Oof, good turn, good turn. So,
Yeah, didn't do any damage to anybody, but I moved, so.
yeah, I mean, hey, you're pretty good at moving. It's gonna be the Koado's turn. So, you watch as the blue one. We'll go with the blue one first. Blue one is gonna run up to Zephyr, and he's gonna cast Cure Wounds on him.
I should have gone.
actually,
I should have gone this way instead of that way. Oh well.
Zephyr
late.
had Sanctuary on him, so you would have had to roll to check. I completely forgot about that. You would have to roll, but I mean, you missed anyway.
I missed, so yeah.
So Cure Wounds on Zephyr, so it's a D8 plus 5.
Actually, I would like to make my Wisdom save because those would. The first rapier would have hit the quaddle, which I would have gotten instead of him if I didn't hit him.
If you didn't succeed, 15, and you wouldn't have succeeded, so you would have gone against the quaddle, so you would have hit the blue quaddle.
So
first.
I would have got. So I was here, so it would have been 45. I would have hit him. The 20 would hit him.
As you left Zephyr's range, though, since you didn't attack him, you don't get your mobile, so Zephyr's going to take a reaction.
I attacked this guy.
Yes, but you ran up to Zephyr first to attack him.
Oh,
and
I
didn't make
did.
your save, so Zephyr is going to get a reaction because you didn't technically.
Yes.
attack him.
Yes. Yeah.
That's the trade-off.
Yeah. No, I'll take that trade-off.
And he's going to
okay. So that was 40 feet. 40 feet. 10 feet. Okay, he's inflicting wounds
at 4th level. On you.
Okay. And I can see his attack, so I have.
Load. Gonna roll, or you're not gonna roll? Let's see. 21 to hit. And you get
21 will 20. Yeah, 21 hits. My AC is 21 at the moment.
So as you get out of his range, since you didn't attack him, he reaches out and you feel this necrotic energy burst through you. You take 30 necrotic. You can uncanny dodge. No, yes, you can uncanny dodge that if I'm not mistaken.
I am going to uncanny dodge that. Yes. Because I can see him attacking me, so I will uncanny dodge that to take half.
Yes, so you only take 15. And then you attack the blue.
But I can't evasion. I can't evasion the rest of it because it's not a dex save.
No. So the blue takes 12 damage. 43.
Okay, so now that was... Wait. Let me see. That was 40 feet, 50 feet. I still have 50 more feet. Okay, so I'm actually over here.
Sure thing. As you pass by... No, nothing happens to you. You're not a caster. Alright, good to know. The Coatl is going to move up, and he's going to... Yeah, he's going to cast Cure Wounds, which... did I roll for that already? No, I did not. So, yes, I did 2 plus 5, so Zephyr regains 7. So that's that Coatl's turn. So he regains 7 hit points. Right. A lot of stuff I gotta think of. You watch as The red koala, and it's going to actually no, the orange one is going to move up on Tawyn. Actually, he was here, right? 20 feet, yeah. He's actually going to move up against Opal, and he's going to bite. He's going to make a bite attack against Opal.
Okay.
11.
Does not hit.
So as he goes for the bite, you just get out of the way. This koala, the red one, is going to come up. No, he's not gonna. He watches the koala drops down to the ground, and you see his form shift as he's going to change appearance. Not change appearance, sorry, change shape. So in its place, you see. Oh, of course, that was the one with the initiative tracker. Ugh. You see a knight in armor. What were they at? They were right after Yasmin, so I'm gonna put 19. Why not?
Yeah, they're right before me.
All right, sending, yes. So we go there. Come on. So this guy, and you just watch as he shifts and transforms. Yeah, that's all you know for now. And he's going to make his movement towards you. As you watch as this knight in heavy armor comes up to you. Doom, doom, doom. All right. And you watch as the green koala is going to come up to here. And the green koala is going to cast... Actually, yeah, he's going to cast Sanctuary. No, he's not going to cast Sanctuary. He's going to cast Cure Wounds. Sorry, I keep getting mixed up. Bless on himself.
Who is?
The green one. He's going to cast Bless on himself. Actually, you only need to be within like 30 feet, I think. Yeah, that would have definitely done it. So he'd cast Bless, and he's going to back up a bit. There we go. And then lastly, so the orange one went, the blue one went, that one went, and the knight went. Got it. All right, that's all their turns. Tawyn, it's your turn up. As you leave the knight's range, he's going to make one great sword attack against you.
I was gonna say 2.
No, sorry. Yes, he's going to go through that.
Oof!
Damn.
So
Okay.
you take 10 half because you're raging, 5 slashing damage as it strikes out against you.
I'll take away my temporary hit points that I've got right now. And then 2. I'm fine. I'm still in triple digits. So she'll come up here and she's going to attack twice with her glaive, recklessly.
Go for it. He does not have Sanctuary because he casts Inflict Wounds. 26 definitely hits. 13 slashing. 20 feet definitely hits for 9 slashing. Plus your rage damage on top
And then
of that.
plus 2 to
4.
each.
Yeah. So 13 plus 9 plus 4. 26. Yeah, you take out a good chunk from him. Dhamphir's still looking fine. He's still a bit over half, you gather.
Yep.
So yeah,
And then... Yeah, I was gonna say I was gonna do a solid and pull another thing, grab another pocket, but I don't know if that's an action
go
or
for
not.
It. No, go for it. It's
Oh,
free
okay, then I'll
you have
do
10 and
12.
12? Okay. As you reach in, you feel this kind of like a vat of goop that's like sticky to the touch. Because I want to tell you this, you gain advantage on all athletics checks when climbing surfaces.
Okay.
That would be the sticky, yes.
Does a person of a larger size than me count as a surface?
You can climb up.
I'll allow it.
Okay.
Does that count as a climbing him count as a grapple?
Since he shrunk, right?
He shrunk by he shrunk by like
Yeah.
3 inches. So he's about the actually this. He's originally I think he's originally 6 foot. So he's about 3 foot.
Okay, so she'll climb this tube then.
The Quaddle?
Yeah.
Quaddle is I'm pretty
Or
sure.
is that?
Pretty sure he's like a kind of like a flying snake type thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll let you try. You're right now riding the Quaddle.
Rule of
You got-
cool.
Yeah.
That's trying to buck you off.
You stick to it, literally. Rule of cool.
Is that the end of your turn? Do you have anything
Yes.
for points?
Nope, that's it.
It's going to. Okay, now it's the defender's turn. It doesn't do its job. It's not. It's gonna do its job. It's not gonna go into the single person. He's gonna go to. So he's gonna. He wants to see, hovers and like gets off his feet and just flies here, 40 feet, towards Opal. And this celestial defender is gonna make 3 attacks on you.
On me?
Yes, on you. So first attack, and he's got bless. So 18
Does not hit.
does not hit 18. So plus a d4. Does a 20 hit?
Hold on a second. Give me a second. 15. 17. Wait. So which one? So like my AC is 19 right now with haste.
So it would hit because he has bless and you roll a 2, so it's a 20 to hit. So you take 19 radiant damage.
So it matches.
No, your AC is 19. He rolled a 20.
Okay. Okay.
So he also gets 2 temporary hit points.
Okay. Well.
No, he's gonna give the temporary hit points to Orange. Orange has been untouched, but he wants to make him super untouched.
I'm going to use a reaction to. Well, how much damage is that?
A 19.
Resist it and teleport 30 feet away.
All right. So it's you can do that.
Let me just mark that off.
So you take 10 damage.
5. Where should I go? Yeah, where is everyone?
I'm up in the corner.
We're scattered all over.
Should probably get.
Which defends us from area of effect attacks.
20, 25,
We'll do one more round after this. And then
30. Okay. Is he gonna pursue me?
He doesn't have any more movement left. He used all his movement to get to you.
Okay, my turn.
Now it's your turn. Yes.
Ooh,
I'm everything with his other multi-attacks.
I'm pissed. Hold on. I'm going to conjure woodland creatures. So do these, except for the Spectre Guardian, he looks not living, incorporeal?
Yeah, he doesn't. He looks like he's not.
Right. Okay, well then I'll just give me a second. Boop, boop, boop.
Oh, actually, he's a large celestial. So he is a celestial, so he would actually think, and he's a large.
So he
Shrunk.
would be like, when he shrunk, he just went to medium size then.
He didn't shrink.
Oh, I thought he did. Okay.
Nope.
Oh,
No, that was Zephyr.
That was Zephyr.
Oh, he's trying to. I see what you're trying to do, jerk. Okay, I'll summon 4 centaurs to the field.
No, I'm not trying to do anything. Centaurs. I'm gonna use.
Actually, hold on. I'm going to go. Sorry, I'm going to place myself here.
Mhm.
And then I'm going to put them over there so I still have like. I used 5, 10, 15, 20 feet of movement. Yeah, so put them like around here, just creating a wall. So 1 here, 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 and here.
We'll use Noctis for this, just because I don't have Centaur, and make sure you have the Centaur stats open. So yeah, well, use Noctis for this, so those you have Centaurs, yeah. Go for it. All right,
And
that's
I'll
your turn.
roll their initiative. Just give me a second.
Mhm.
They have I believe, it says +3 to their initiative, so let's roll a d20.
Roll Noctis. No. Roll Noctis is a DC. Well, because then it won't show up on the tracker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, click on one of the Noctis tokens and do it.
And just use +3 instead.
Okay, gotcha. Give me a second. Making sure though. So where's the initiative on here? Oh, here it is. Okay, so
So add 2 to
Okay.
that, so it'd be a 5.
5, yeah. So they're right after Zephyr.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. 5. So let me change them. Actually, the 3 is fine. I'll just keep it at 3 because that doesn't really affect anything.
And I command them to like get your arrows ready.
Yeah. They better get their fucking things ready because he's gonna cast a 8th level Shadow Burst. So that's minus 11 spell
Okay.
points.
I'm just gonna continue to like walk over towards to the princess because you don't have a lot of support over there right now. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. My poor bird.
Why is he gonna do that? Yeah, he would do that. He's got the spell points for it. No. 9, 8 level spell.
So they're right after Zephyr, right?
Yep. That's better. So I'm gonna need Nakia, all the satyrs, and where did you go?
I'm under Noctis. Hello.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna need you, Nakia, and all the satyrs to make Constitution saving throws.
Okay, I don't think I'm at advantage anymore myself. However, they have spell resistance, so they have like advantage on saving throws
Sure.
when it comes to magic.
So let's roll your 40 20s.
And Nakia will need to make another con save for the haste.
Yes.
So you're
What
gonna
is this that you're throwing at us?
So
it's
do
like,
I roll? Do I roll 4 separate ones?
yes, 4 separate ones.
Okay, I'm gonna do them first. Okay,
Mhm.
so 1, 2, 3, 4.
They all fail. So all the satyrs take 49 radiant damage.
I think they're dead. Yeah, they had 31 health.
All right. So all the satyrs are dead. That's
Well,
fun.
fuck you. So, and then I'll roll for myself.
Yes, roll for yourself.
Jesus.
Pass the
you're-
saving throw, so what do I take?
You take half damage, and you're not
Which will be
blind.
20,
So
Was
you
it
take
24.
20?
4.
24. Yeah, you'll take 24, and you're not blind. Opal, you'll take the full 49, and you're blinded.
Okay, well, my AC is now at 20. It is activated. I should have less than half health at this
And
point.
I'm gonna need a Constitution saving throw from Nakia. You have to beat a 12.
So I'm stunned for 1
And
round.
with that, Yasmin and Opal, you're stunned. Haste has worn off.
Haste is gone. Oh, well, fine. It's my turn, right?
So, Opal, you're stunned, and you're also blinded.
I don't like that.
All right, that was his turn. What a good turn.
Oh, shut up.
We'll do one more. Nakia.
Good turn.
Yeah, I
That
like
was an interesting turn.
Oh wait! Before you start, I'm gonna roll a D100 for Zephyr because he did an 8th level spell.
But
That. Okay. What does he get?
well, my AC is kind of worthless. Oh no, great.
So
Yeah.
you watch as he mimics. You watch as he says the next thing. I got you. But he says it perfectly in Nakia's voice. He's able to mimic your voice for the next 24 hours.
Of course he can.
Now he might not know that we're stunned. We'll sort of see.
That sucks. We couldn't even like get one of your guys down, literally.
I mean,
Not
there's
for
still
lack
the
of
rest.
trying.
There's still the rest of the fight.
Yeah.
Nakia, it's your turn.
We're gonna.
What the fuck happened? Fuck.
Yes. We'll get this. We'll get this. We'll get this. All right. So I. Oh, what the hell? Let's do a chaos bolt at 5th level. Ah,
This is
really?
where your guys is luck run dry.
Yeah. This is a good cliffhanger for us to end on.
Nakia, as you're hit by this huge burst of just pure shadow, and it does, you just feel yourself get rocked with the pain. You lose, you just for a split second, you stop concentrating, and you can see your two friends seize in place as the haste leaves. In a panic, you cast your chaos bolt, and it just goes wide, missing.
Fine.
Yasmin, it's your turn. You feel
Well,
as the haste.
Do I get a
Oh,
bonus action?
you will get your bonus action. You can. 'Cause
Then
someone.
Going to have Poochie show up next to him.
Sure thing.
Does Poochie get an attack on his first round, or does he have to wait?
On its turn. So I think you have to. Does it go at the same time as you?
Up here, it can move through. It takes the start of its turn. Can make opportunity attacks. Doesn't say.
I'll say it goes in your turn, so you can make an attack with him.
All right. He is going to immediately pounce.
Chomp. Pounce. Okay, pounce is good.
Well, bite, whatever. On
17, and you watch as the hound starts to go for it, but he's kind of just shrugs it off, and the hound goes back and gnarls his teeth. Yasmin, as the haste leaves your body, you feel yourself locked up, and you have to take a second. Coatls go up next. This Coatl is going to move at the thing that's attacking. Oh no,
I'm on top of it, by the way, remember?
Oh, you're on top of it, so it's just going to, it's just gonna go ahead and try to bite you.
Good luck.
I'll say disadvantage because you're on top of it. 22 stall outs.
Damn.
So as
Okay.
it bites up towards you, you're gonna take 7 piercing, halved to 3. You're gonna take 3 piercing, and I need a Constitution saving throw.
Oh,
18.
that shouldn't have been.
What
I
was
still
the
have
first
advantage on.
First one was 4 plus 5 plus 2. Does that make it? I don't think it makes it.
Yeah, yeah, that would be 11. So no, it doesn't make it.
11. So you feel as it bites you. It's nothing too bad, and you fall, and you fall asleep as you're unconscious as this poison rocks through you. You unconscious. And then the koala is going to go ahead and move closer to
Rude.
Wolf. This knight is going to start making his way up to go ahead and try and protect. And since you're on the ground unconscious, it's going to be advantage. As it strikes, so 2 greatsword attacks. First one, 16 would hit.
That hits.
So did she fall, or is she still stuck because of the goo?
I'd say she would have fallen off because the goo just it's sticky, but not sticky enough to make because
It's
her
not
whole
super glue.
Okay.
yeah, it's not super glue. Her whole weight will just cause it to break off and she falls. So yeah, you're gonna take 10 plus 9, and I'll say you're sleep raging if you really want to be. So
Technically, it would last until the end of my turn. So yeah.
Sure. So you take 8 damage as this guy strikes his sword into your unconscious body, not waking you.
I still have like 3 digits. No.
So that was that kowaddle. This orange kowaddle is going to go ahead and what is he gonna do? He's gonna start making his way over to the blind Opal. So that's that. And that's that. That's as far as he can move.
You still got a lot of bite to me, buddy.
This guy is gonna start making his way 60 feet. Because no, but that takes their action to do so. And yeah, that was the kowaddle's turn. Tawyn, you're unconscious as the poison flows to you. You don't get it's not normal poison where you get disadvantage on stuff, but until someone wakes you up, you're unconscious.
Okay, so I can't shake out of it at all.
I'll say because you've been attacked, I'll allow you to make Constitution saving throw, but at disadvantage.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense. I would think a sword attack, if it hits, would
14. Then I'll say at the end of your turn, you wake up and kind of shake the poison out, but you're on the ground in front of this knight, in front of Zephyr.
No longer raging.
No, you're still raging because you got
Am
hit.
I? Oh, I got
You
hit. That's right. That's right.
Yeah. Celestial Defender. He's going to 40 feet and then use his action to come up right next to them.
He's a big boy.
I forgot he was large. And he comes up. Ready and waiting. Opal, you're stunned for the turn. But you do get to make a Constitution saving throw to see if you get rid of the blindness.
Am I stunned from the haste, or am
You're
I
stunned from the
Yes.
haste.
Yeah. So
Well, then-
you and I are stunned until Zephyr's next turn. Because we're stunned for a full round.
Even with
Unless
We're
you have
stunned.
immunity to stunned, you're stunned.
I don't think I have immunity.
Actually, we're stunned until the end of his turn.
Yeah, at the end of his turn, because that was a turn that he broke it. The haste. And you get to make a save to see if you're blinded. You're not blinded anymore.
Oh wait, I got hit.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. I'll allow whatever you want.
Oh, it's a reaction, so we already
It's a
said
reaction?
that I
Yeah,
couldn't.
no,
Yeah.
then no.
But I
thought it
keep
was-
Why
forgetting.
didn't I fucking resist? I literally have 25 health. I forgot. I think I just got stunned from everything that well, technically, because of all that shit, I couldn't have done a reaction because I got stunned anyway.
Make a Constitution saving throw
On the blind.
on the blind. DC 19.
Yeah, you're not unconscious. You're blind.
You're blind and stunned. 5. No, you're
You're still blind.
you're still blinded, and the stun is going to wear off. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, right after Zephyr. Zephyr is up next. He sees her on the floor, on the ground, and he's going to.
I'm not prone, am I? I'm just stunned.
Not you. Yes, you're stunned and blinded, but
Let me, bro.
the stun would wear off now since you're
At
on
the
the
end of this
ground.
turn.
I can look him in the eye.
Yeah, you look him in his large orange beady eyes, and you think he's gonna attack you, but he's just like, I think it's her time to die, and he's gonna cast Path to the Grave on you. Do any of you guys know what that does?
I have no idea.
Nope.
Oh,
Sounds worse than banishment.
That's
Yeah,
bad.
it sounds bad.
it's such a great channel divinity. Oh my god, it's one of my favorites.
So what is it? Am I just dead then?
No, you're fine.
No.
Oh.
No.
But no, you're fine.
Oh, okay.
For now. But I'd say that's a good place to end it
Ah.
for the night.
So he's a grave cleric.
He's a great.
Yeah.
Oh, Leah,
Makes
Leah,
sense for Raven Queen.
You know what it is, Leah?
Oh yeah.
I'm looking it up.
No. I know what he is. He's a grave cleric.
I literally don't know what to do other than just retreat, because that would be the best course of action.
Yeah, that's a good cliffhanger to end us on.
As you guys are wearing off your stuns though, so that's good. You're no longer stunned.
In the next game in 10 minutes.
Yeah, let me take my stun off. But Opal, she's still blinded.
Opal's still blinded, yes.
Yeah. But this was fun.
Oh, that's pretty fucking sick. And
He got us back for not picking a fight on the ship.
And I was like, screw those satyrs. Fuck them.
I'm mad at you. I'm fucking mad at you about that.
Oh yeah, the satyrs are gone.
I love it. That's great.
You just obliterated my satyrs. You didn't even give them a chance.
Didn't even last around.
I thought about bringing out my sea hag, but I doubt that anything would be afraid of that. These guys would be afraid of that. It's just that like they had ranged weapons, so it made sense. Like, well, ranged weapons would be the best to do. Too bad they fucking sucked at their initiative. Like, literally rolled a fucking 2.
Sorry, but I'm not.
This is like just some fucking bad rolls. I'm just like fucking discouraged here.
Well, that makes up for all of the fantastic rolls.
Yeah, you guys got what? 16
There were 16 net 20s this game.
They didn't come into fucking battle. When we needed them.
Battle.
Good game, Phil. This is fun. I'm looking forward to the
Very
next session when we finish it up.
Yeah.